Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Sam.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being here today. We are going to be diving into the official release of One Piece Chapter 1125. Yep. Make sure Drake's not around for these kids. No, I'm joking.
Hey, yo. Bruh. Shout out to Kendrick, man.
Yo, shout out to Kendrick, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
Big as a what?
We were gonna react to the latest One Piece episode, and then me and Sebastian convinced each other out of it. So we're not doing that.
Was it bad or what?
It just
It didn't draw my interest, bro. I didn't watch the episode. I was busy, but I didn't get a lot of hype about it.
Yeah.
Other than a filtered voice. So.
And Emu spoke once, and apparently it was filtered. So we're gonna just wait for the next episode when he just goes off on Cobra, talking about the Poneglyphs and stuff. So I feel like that's the best one we should react to.
Episode.
Yeah, we'll give more time to this chapter because this chapter is pretty crazy.
This is a big one. I feel like.
But thank you to everybody that's joining us, to all the Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners. Want to say thank you as well for being here. We really appreciate it. We really do. Leave 5 stars if you haven't. Leave a nice comment if you want. Also, to everybody that's in YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, thank you so much for being here as well. It's going to be a dope episode, man. For anybody that sends super chats, just know we read super chats. We do. We're going to read them. But remember, we're a podcast. We're not like a live... We're a live stream. But we're not like... dudes. We're not like dudes that just sit at the computer and have the opportunity. There's 4 of us. There's going to be conversation happening. So you're just going to have to bear with us. But they will be read. And we do want to say thank you in advance. But if you haven't supported us yet, you don't have to financially. You could just like the video. It does us a lot of good. Believe me, it does us a lot of good. And if you want to share this with a friend, please do. If they're bored, they want to talk about One Piece, we have a Discord. You could also come and talk to us live if you join our Discord.
DK us.
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. My bad. I misunderstood what you were trying to say.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
I hear you smacking, bro. Yeah. What's up with you, bro? But other than that, just want to say thank you to everybody. Oh my God, I forgot to go to the P.O. box.
I doubt it's there already.
Okay.
Yeah. I got hit up at Sunday. I doubt it's there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, should we just jump straight into super chats?
Oh yeah, let me say what's up.
Hi to everybody.
Everybody in chat. I see Sav. I see Ultimate Plug. Josh. Daniel Jones. I hope that's not the Daniel Jones from the Giants. He was terrible this week. Left Lane. John Wayne. Samurai Quez. Cuddy Flam. Stars. Pro Bacon. Terrence Weber. Covain. King Raheem. Dempsey Row Epo. Twilight Straw Hat. G909. Jean VB. Mad King. Hassan. No, a lot of repeated names. A lot of people in here. DXB, there's so many people in here. KS2G, red-haired Shankdom, what up Shankdom? Austin Hart, Firearms, Anthony Herrera, Cuddy Flam, Mugiwara Mami, it's just a funny name. Press Sadat, Play Dead, Cyborg Frankie, too many in here for me to count everybody. Like Larry said earlier, please hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. But let me get into some super chats before we get started here. We got 5 sitting from Anthony Herrera. It says, #Seb, how about them Giants? It was a terrible week. Absolutely terrible. I didn't even get to watch the game, but I'm glad I didn't. Another hashtag says, #Evil Twins Takeover, #Saturn getting clipped. Another 5 from Cuddy Flam. It says, excited for this one. Can't wait to hear what effect Emu has on the Gorosei. #like the stream. #y'all the best. Thank you. We will get into that shortly.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Young Lou. It's time to play the game. I can't do voices, man. I can't.
I feel like we should just have Marv do it.
Because
he knows it. the time to play
He
the
probably
game.
has it.
No, not sing it, Marv.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No, I thought just say that line.
I thought you meant like a sound bite.
Yeah,
I don't know if he has that.
or yeah, he can get the sound bite.
We'll see. Another gifted membership from Cuddy Flam. So whoever was able to receive that Nakama membership, throw the Nakama fist up in chat for Cuddy. And then another 4-month membership to Nakama himself. It says, nothing, please let us know your thoughts next time. Cuddy's funny, bro. Another 5 from Rhett Pressler. It says, 2 days this week of getting topped off. Nothing better. Did you announce the other stream?
No, I didn't announce anything.
How does he know? Another 10 from JL. It says BBL money. Thank you. I need it.
What are you talking about, man?
Okay, bro. Another 23 months at 𝙃𝐽𝐬 status for about almost 2 years. Jesus. It says eating good / feeling good with this chapter, like Jones barbecue and foot massage. Shout out to Shawty. Another 9 at Warlord status for JD Cervantes. It says, yo, what up, gang? Glad to catch a pod. Been a minute. Can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on this chapter. Like the stream, #BuggyGang, #getting topped off. We got another 4-month membership to Nakama status from Colleen Hagermeyer.
I was gonna say Colleen.
I read that wrong. It says, today is my 20th birthday. Love y'all.
Darlene.
Hey, man.
Darlene.
Happy birthday. And
HBD.
shout out to our boy Anime Sundays. It's his birthday today, too.
Yes.
Shout out to the guy.
Many flowers.
Yeah, man. Another 5 from Hideous. It says, don't got much to say, but y'all the real ones for real. #best BBC. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We got another 2 from Victor Haight. It says R.I.P. James Earl Jones. Yes,
Yeah, man.
the legend himself, Mufasa,
Scar!
Vader. Legend, bro.
Legend.
One of the best voices in all of entertainment, honestly. Another 2 from Rodriguez5450. Hey Seb, thanks for Saquon. #Go Birds. Yeah. Enjoy, bro. Another 10 from Saucy. How y'all doing, fellas? Gonna have to multitask today and watch the pod and watch the Jets game. #football season is back. Also, y'all watch the newest episode. I don't know if you were here earlier, Saucy, but we didn't. And
No.
we ain't going to.
We're not going to. We're gonna watch the next one.
Yeah. Another subscription to Warlord status from Chewy Batty thing? I don't know what that says. But welcome. Enjoy the emojis that come with being a Chichibukai.
Yeah, thank you.
Another 9 months at 𝙃𝐽𝐬 status from Kremit. It says, another month, another go-to chapter and pod. Let's get it. And Emu got that suck fruit with what happened. We'll talk about it. Another 2 from Diamond Life. It says, more likely to come back, Anel, Shiki, or the DDT.
It's the DDT.
Oh, man.
Low key.
We'll see.
No, not going back. Shiki not going back. It's the DDT, bro.
No comment. But that's all the super chats for now.
Yo, you weren't here, but did you hear about how Sebastian just thinks that Shiki's gonna be on LBF?
I talked to him.
Oh, you did? Did you
I
agree with
think
it?
we talked. Maybe it was Charles. I don't know.
Oh, his whole theory on it, because I was there when they brought it up, and we were like, Shiki has no play in the current storyline.
Yeah, you were there on that episode.
I was there. No, I was there for the
never
argument.
mind.
He was there for the argument episode. He wasn't here for the theory episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Lana doesn't watch the pod on the playback, so he don't know what the theory was for.
Yeah, it's all right. You don't need to know it. It's fine. Yes, but everybody, thank you so much for being here. All right, you guys ready for the chapter?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yeah, more
All
or less.
right.
Maybe the earliest we got into the chapter.
Yeah?
It's 6:09 or 6:10.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the earliest we ever got into the chapter.
We have a lot less super chats.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we did get another
We just got
20
enough super chats.
from the legendary Milkman himself.
Don't say that online, bro.
Shonen Showdown with the 20. Oh man, it says, shout out to my bosses. Wait for me to catch up to your level. Also, I need all Dragon Glaze from Larry and Seb this stream. Hold them accountable, y'all. #Dragon making his move. #Salvo making his move.
I love how literally Dragon went to the edge of the island and was like, yo, I need to do something.
Finally.
While he wasn't doing nothing. He didn't even say he needed to do something.
Man.
That's what's
Listen.
what. Well, we're gonna get into it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I personally laughed. I laughed when I saw that. I started laughing.
Rob, I need you to hold out for something more than this.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
thinking.
Like, hold out for Shiki at Elba.
respect.
I believe in that more than I believe in Dragon.
Like, I believe Dragon's gonna do something, but this is not the time. Like, yes, we were right all along. No, that's not the moment.
Bro,
The moments should be coming.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Thank you, Sheldon. Appreciate you, my
Thank
dog.
you, bro. Thank you.
Another one?
Oh yeah, we got
Another
a couple more. We got 5 from Kirby. It says another banger. BBC Pod, how are you boys feeling? Hashtag Yamato Yiddies are greater than Shanks and Kaido. I mean, she definitely has bigger,
I agree.
a bigger bust than either of them.
Yeah.
That might not be true for Kaido, actually.
Nah. Kaido got a Z cup.
We got another 2 from
You don't
Ultra
want to know.
Mix.
Just leave it alone.
It says,
leave it
when's Just Larry coming back?
Never.
Never?
Mm-mm.
It's over?
Mm-mm.
Hung it up?
Hung it up.
Another 5 from Jeremy Hagler. It says, never been able to catch a live stream. Glad to be here. Glad to have you,
Oh, thanks, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Another 5
Panda.
from Calvin Edwards. It says, Larry got observation hockey with his takes. Seb is a troll. Law makes me think about things different way, the way he sees things. Hashtag Pell Gang.
That's crazy.
That's so funny. Yo, we start Pell Gango? What's up?
I'm
So,
whatever the opposite of Pell Gang is, I'm that.
Pound Gang? It's not opposite. It's the same.
Yeah, let's say they're like
I know.
brothers,
I was
bro.
joking.
Another 2 from Girthy Quake. It says, since Larry's complaining about no super chats.
I wasn't complaining. I said we just haven't had that many compared to. Come on, bro. Stop, bro. Lauren said, "Yo, this is the earliest we've ever done this," and I'm like, "Yeah, because there's less super
You
chats."
can't make an observation no more, bro.
I can't, bro.
We got another 2 from Girthy Poppy. Girthy Poppy and Girthquake back to back. It's kind of weird.
Girth Gang.
It says,
Do you feel its weight?
excited for
It's
some
girth.
excited for some of that girthy book club. Hashtag Marv got girth.
I believe it, bro.
What is up with that super chat, bro? Like, what are you even trying to say?
Oh man, I don't know, bro. Another 2 Canadian from Gila Free. It says, "Let's go, boys." Question: did Kaku lie, or does Lucci know?
We're gonna get into it.
We will get into that.
We're trying to get into
We
it.
will get into that.
We'll answer it.
Another 5 from Strahd. It says, "Fine, take it." Can't get Strahd started, bro. Another 4 months at Yonko status from Cyborg Frankie. It says, "Can we get an update where Marv is in the story? We're nearing the end game, brothers. Love the pod. Been listening since January. Here live for months."
Been here live for months.
Yeah. Oh.
For
Mad
4
love.
months.
For 4 months. Sorry. Mad love and respect with the heart emoji. It says hashtag BBC boys.
Yo, it's so stupid. It always makes me laugh, bro.
Another 5 from.
Wait, where's Marv?
Oh, yeah, Marv.
I'm on Zoe. I just got to where they revealed that everyone knew that there was a ninja on the island.
Oh, wow.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yo, Marv's pretty far.
Yeah. Rizel, don't know it's safe. Prepare yourself, bro, for whole cake. It's a lot. Another 5 from Ultramix. It says, "Do y'all know that according to official colorings in the manga, Marco made King bleed?" I know. I know this.
Yeah.
I don't be bringing it up because I don't like arguing about Marco anymore. I've taken enough L's.
We
bro.
bleed scaling now.
We sweat scale. We can bleed scale.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm
that's
just saying, if we accepting it, then we gotta accept sweat scaling, right?
It's a matchup thing. Y'all know how I feel, bro.
Huffing scaling?
Huff scaling, sweat scaling.
It's funny they'll bring that up, but they won't bring up Marco being slumped, though. They ignore that.
It was 2v1, bro. It's 2v1. 2v1. 20v1 if you ask Drake.
It's not.
Another 5 from B Houses. It says, "What's y'all's favorite memories of each other?" Hashtag Law makes me LOL. Hashtag Larry my king. Hashtag Lionel be gone. Hashtag Seb got that drip. Favorite memories of one another.
I guess we just give one of somebody.
Oh man.
I immediately thought of like 5 things, bro.
Say one, bro.
I don't know what to choose now because I have like 5.
Say we can. I'm not thinking of one right now.
I have one of each person.
You give your one of each
All
of
right,
us.
it's gonna be we're in the basement and Lionel out of nowhere said he wanted to bust a nut and he didn't know what it meant. That was hilarious. And then when Sebastian called Charles the B word,
Oh my God.
and then he punched Sebastian in the face, and then Sebastian said, "Oh sh!" right before he got punched in the face.
That's so long ago.
How are these your favorite moments?
And then
Those are hilarious. They're hilarious though.
Yo, what was that joke that Lawrence made that was funny
The
as
hot
hell?
dog one?
Yeah. When Lawrence saw the Extends commercial, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Yo, I want a hot dog," and we were like, "What the?"
That is not what happened.
Yo, bro, it was so funny.
Oh my god.
I have tons of memories of these guys, bro. It was
Pick
just
all
so
the worst
funny.
ones, actually.
I'm shocked he went with that one for me and not the one I thought he was gonna go.
Nah,
with
nah,
for me.
nah. I won't ever do the bad ones, but the funny ones for sure. I have so many. Super blessed.
Another 2 from Isaiah Mayo. It says Pell or Marco with the eye emojis. There's only one right answer, Larry.
Who's relevant right now?
Neither.
I'm gonna just say that and just leave you out with thought.
Another 2 from Cuddy. It says just for you, Larry.
Oh my god, bro! You guys don't have to super chat.
We got another 2 from Bojo Jenkins. It says, can y'all do one pod of just super chats?
Yo,
Uh,
probably one day.
I feel like we've done it already.
Nah, we haven't.
That's crazy.
Nah, we've been able to. No, we haven't been one whole pod.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking of since we've been like 3 hours.
Yeah.
When we were 2 hours, I'm pretty sure we had break weeks where we weren't able to do a chapter and we just got a bunch of super chats.
Even then, we did calls.
Yeah, and also too, lots of times we're kind of like getting through to the podcast, like really taking our time to like answer each question. That's different. I think that would be more of a super chat episode. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Another 5 Canadian from Kevin. It says, Payne is hoping y'all heard Emu's voice this weekend, but y'all like, nah.
We'll hear it next week.
Yeah, we'll hear it, bro.
Yeah, we'll hear it next week.
Another 2 from Kirby. It says, what's a SBS you would ask Oda? Hashtag sweat scaling his peak.
I think I had one, but I can't remember.
What would I ask Oda? I'd probably ask him about Black Blades.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like I had one recently that I was thinking of, and I can't think of it now.
Same.
I'd probably ask how did Shanks become a Yonko? Who did he defeat? Something like that. I don't know.
I think I would ask, where does Ryuma fit in the timeline? Like, is he way before?
That's a good
That's a good
too.
one.
Is it
That's a
way
good
before
one.
the war? Like, way before Joy Boy? Like, or, you know? Like, where does he fit? Because I want it to make sense.
Nah, that's a good one.
That's cool. Lionel?
I thought something with Ryuma too. I was mostly gonna go with like the city of gold aspect. Like what significance is that with Wano? And like how it relates to our story now? Because like they mention it, but again, that's why with Ryuma it's so like he's there but he's not there.
Yeah.
Like there's bits and pieces of him there, but there's no really evidence besides his body or the city of gold and Wano. Like there's so much stuff with Ryuma that they don't really elaborate on that much in the manga, but apparently they kind of seem like he has a major part in the manga, but does at the same time. So that's just like, that makes sense of that mostly.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Another 2 from Isaiah Mayo. It says, I'm done with the Marco hate. You need to stop. ... Please. What kind of bad? Another 5 Canadian from Leo Giallo. It says, Seb, not Pell Gang, he homing gang. Hashtag homing gang. Hashtag homing got conked. Hashtag homing is greater than emu. Hashtag homing back before Shiki. Hashtag dragon still looking east. That might have been west. I'm gonna be real, it might have been. We got another 2 from Nick Ross. It says Smash, Marry, Clip, Robin, Yamato, and Yoroichi. I know for me what you got. I know the twins probably want to answer this.
Yeah. I'd smash.
You struggling, dog.
Yeah, this is a hard one.
All right, I'll give mine. I'll give you some time to think. I'm marrying Robin for sure. I'm clipping Yamato, and then I'm smashing Yoroichi for sure. To me, it's easy work.
It's the same.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's the last girl you mentioned?
The
black
black
chick
chick
from
from Bleach. Yeah.
Turned into a cat.
Yeah.
Death smashing.
Yeah.
So no, I'm fine. Anyway, we got another.
Yo, let's do this last one and let's get into the chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes past already.
All right. It's Lawrence's fault. I don't know what this currency is, but it's 2,500 of something. CRC. So thank you.
Thank you.
From Eduardo, it says, based on personality, which characters could be pro wrestlers, and what would they use as their WWE theme song? Greetings from Costa Rica. Oh,
Shout out to
I actually
Costa Rica.
have some Costa Rican. What's it called
Kids?
exactly?
You can't.
Oh man.
And the answer to that question is definitely there's two that comes to mind. Jesus Burgess and Frankie.
Yeah.
What would their themes be?
Oh,
That's the songs.
this dude, I feel like Jesus already gives off the Nacho Libre
I thought
kind of
that
vibe.
too. Yeah, I thought
Like,
that
it kind of reminds me of what's that dude? Is it Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Like very much. Frankie, I don't know, but I just feel like he fits in there.
too. He definitely does.
I think he has his own theme with the whole super.
I'm
and
not too
everything.
versed, bro. I don't remember wrestling like that.
I don't have a wrestler in mind. Lawrence had the two that I had. I would like to see Buggy just in like a foil role as a heel, and somehow he keeps winning.
I think the
thing.
Buggy would be like coming out to like the Rock theme.
I don't know.
And then the cross guild would be like the Generation X.
Yo,
Going off the Generation
Generation X was mosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Picture Crocodile and be on.
So stupid.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's get into the chapter. Guys, thank you for the super chats. We're going to get right back into them. We're just going to talk about the chapter right now. It's been like 20 minutes. So we're going to read them naturally, all right? Anyway, today's chapter is titled What Death Means. For the cover story, we head back into Yamato's pilgrimage. The caption at the bottom reads, The Rebuilding of Odin Castle and Foreman Minatomo's Disappearance. We see Yamato talking with someone in charge of reconstructing the new Odin Castle, and many Wano men are helping. But they need Minatomo's carpentry skills. What are your thoughts on the cover story this week, guys? We'll start with Lionel.
No. Again, I don't really have much. The fact that he's missing, they kind of make it kind of interesting, but it could mean anything, honestly. I only thought of, like if like going on the theory again with the Blackbeard pirates, if it's them. Again, it goes into how they know, but like if it's them, I'm thinking the same thing with Whitebeard. You know how Whitebeard 30 years ago crashed on Wano and he needed ship repaired. I'm not saying something similar happened to Blackbeard because one, we think like it's not Blackbeard fully himself. Maybe there we mostly I don't know if we're on the same page. Like we thought like they got warped there, like not like their person, not the ship. Lest they warped the ship too, but also then how did they crash?
Yeah.
So like it's I was just thinking of that, so I don't know if it fully makes sense. And again, how do they know that he's a carpenter or maybe a shipwright that can help fix their ship? I don't know.
He's a carpenter, yeah.
So like, definitely, how would they know that? Less word of mouth, or they've been there for a while and was like overheard, or they were sneaking around and heard some information. Let's get this guy to fix our ship. Forcing him. We don't know. Like he's missing. You're going for he could be drinking somewhere. I don't know. But that's what I thought. But I don't know. That's the only thing I have for this.
Yeah. Marv went to the bathroom real quick, but I think he's gonna come right back.
Give your take, bro.
You sure?
Yeah. We got the camera on you right now. Go ahead.
All right. So I did some research on this Minatomo guy. These two people have the same name, looks, and family heritage. There's two people. they're both the different people though. So they have the same name, same lineage, same family, but they're just two people and they look identical. Twins, basically. In SBS 92, Oda mentioned that the Minatomo who fixed the Fuchsia Village bar door after Higuma broke it after the Shanks bar fight isn't the same guy who appeared in chapter 909 within Wano country that was talking to Frankie. The one Minatomo that appeared in Fuchsia Village was on the same ship that left Wano 55 years ago that also held Shimotsuki Kusaburo and Furiko with the other 22 people. Kozaburo was the swordsmith that Zoro met as a boy. He also crafted Wado Ichimonji and Enma. Furiko was a direct descendant of Ryuma and the older sister of Ushimaru, but to make it easier to understand, she's the grandmother of Zoro. As for why Wano's Minatomo's missing, I have no idea. I tried to conjure up a theory, but I didn't have any solid ones. If I do just throw one out, maybe the Blackbeard pirates are here because they discovered Old Wano at the bottom of Mount Fuji, and they needed Minatomo to open a door for them that requires some level of expertise of unlocking or creating a door that leads to the ancient weapon Pluton. This is extremely far-fetched, by the way. And there's no evidence supporting it. So don't take it too seriously. I'm just firing off baseless thoughts. Other than that, Yamato's cover story is still the worst in One Piece history. But yeah, Seb?
Yeah, I didn't have much to add to this. I do remember Frankie learning from this guy when he was doing the carpentry stuff. I thought that thought process was always funny, that Frankie was a student of this person. Frankie's not the greatest shipwright of all time. So it was cool to see him. Maybe, as far as why he's missing, y'all mentioned the Blackbeard pirates. I hope it's something interesting like that. It could be the Caribou. He knows that this person exists. He's been on Wano. It could be possible that he's hey, if we need to get to that thing you were talking about, the entranceways or whatever, we need somebody like him to build something for us. I don't know. In general, even if it's just as simple as we need to build anything, the Blackbeard pirate ship is just logs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They have doors on them. Though.
It's trash.
No,
they need something.
No, it's actually a ship.
It's got logs on the bottom though. It's trash.
Honestly, if you think about it, it's kind of low key genius.
It's trash.
It's logs around the ship, so the logs are protecting the ship. So when fire caps happens to them, the first thing that's getting hit is the logs and not the ship itself.
Yeah.
So the logs kind of serve as protection, like a wall around the ship. It's actually not a bad idea.
I want the Blackbeard pirate ship to look cooler than it do.
Oh, okay, then that's different.
Anyway, I don't even know if he can help with that too much, but that's where my mind went. Like Larry said, Yamato cover story trash, bro. I'm still waiting. I fully anticipate that Oda will kick it up at some point.
At some point.
But right now, this ain't it, bro. this ain't it.
It's so damn boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very uneventful, and it's not telling us anything.
I would legit have rather her just reminisce about Ace.
I would rather her just try on different outfits. At this point, bro, just
for real though. Train the scabbards or something. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. This is trash.
Yeah. Lawrence?
No, I didn't have much. I tried, like I said, thinking of something deeper with this guy, and I'm thinking, to me, he didn't have a big role in Wano itself.
Yeah.
We just heard him mostly yelling at Frankie, and then also praising Frankie. But that's about it. That's all we got from him. So now, I don't know if I was going to make him a bigger part of the story, because right now, it's just seeming like the whole cover story is like this. It's kind of trying to draw your attention that something's going to happen, but then guess what? Nothing happens.
Yeah.
So, out of all the cover stories, like you said, it's so uneventful. It should be telling us something, or eventful leading up to something, but it seems like it's not. We have ideas where it could lead to, but it all could just be oh no, this is just me journeying around Wano, and that is it. And if that's all it is, this is a waste of a cover story.
Bro, I put a poll in chat. Is it the worst cover story in the history of One Piece? And the poll is 50%, right? For y'all 49% saying that it's not. What's worse? Maybe I'm forgetting something.
They're probably doing the Django one. The Django
one was funny at least.
Yeah, it was funny at least.
I mean, maybe we're expecting too much, because if you look at the other cover stories, majority of them were just them traveling around. Jinbei with the water.
We passed that though, bro.
No, I get you, but they're doing something similar. Just,
Yo, even Jinbei, like, he found a poneglyph that led to him finding, like, Karabu. You know, like, something was happening, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a visual on who that person she was scaring off before.
Yeah, and Ace's story kind of led to something. We saw something. We were introduced to Lucia before he even showed up in the actual timeline itself. You know.
Let's not go on a hate train.
I'm gonna let Oda cook, bro.
She's received enough hate already. Anyway.
Now we got that confirmed up, by the way, yo.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do 3 super chats, and then I want to jump into the beginning of the chapter.
Right.
I really want to talk about the chapter, so let's do 3.
We got another 5 from Digital Cab. It says, how far do you think Luffy would have gotten into the story if he never ate his Del fruit? # topped off.
How far?
So, there is 2 sides of this thought process for me.
Yeah.
Because on one part, Luffy's Devil Fruit kind of, like, slowed up his progress, I feel like, in the start. Like, he had to relearn how to throw punches and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that hindered him for longer than, like, maybe a couple years. So, like, what was his trajectory going to be if he didn't eat the fruit? Like, would he have caught up to Ace and Sabo quicker? What was he going to look like there? What's his training look like? Because he trained specifically on how to use this fruit. If he was just training to be a pirate, does he tap into Haki earlier because he's in more danger? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of ways to think about it. To me, he's still going to be strong, obviously. Does he get past a crocodile? Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
no, but not necessarily because, like, for instance, like, we always say you could add it to the fruit with Luffy's battle with Crocodile, but also Luffy didn't use Haki to beat Crocodile. He just used what happened with the poison and blood.
He didn't, but he definitely used that fruit.
Yeah, 100%.
Without the fruit, a lot of that stuff just not even possible.
No,
Now
I get
remember
you.
me with water Luffy, he can't do that without the fruit.
That's true.
He can't even find out the other stuff without the fruit. Like, maybe
Yeah.
Robin saves him because his name has a D in it, but the fruit definitely can. I just think he's stronger at his base, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's only because I'm headcanoning what Luffy would be like if he's fighting these people and having to deal with the damage that they can dish out to him. Like, even Blue Jam with his dude, like, he was beating him with the spiked, like, knuckles. On some level, he got some protection from having the fruit. Without it, you know what I mean? Is he gone? Like, I don't even know. Is he gone?
To me, I feel like Luffy made, like, for instance, you know how, unfortunately, in One Piece, like, you show, like, if you have an ability, sometimes you start laxing on other things. Like Kaido, even though he could dodge or whatever, but Kaido lacks dodging. Not saying that he's not fast or whatever, but he lets himself get hit. Mr. One is a prime example. Mr. One was letting Zoro get hit all those times, because why? He's made of steel. Not many people can hurt him. Luffy's carelessness of getting hit to a degree, because Luffy's rubber, so he's more reckless. Like, Luffy's still going to be reckless, but you can say that in certain aspects he will be a lot more careful because he knows that I don't have an ability to let me be relaxed in certain areas. So, like, while it's weakening Luffy, like, you know, with certain aspects as maybe learning Haki quicker, and he can't, like, you know, he can't swim, but if he doesn't have fruit, other things are going to level up him because he's still going to be same reckless Luffy, but it's going to be a different attitude towards Luffy. Like, even his fighting style will be different. It'll be less goofy and less weird. Luffy, in a way, might be a little more serious when it comes to his fighting style because the rubber adds to his foolishness.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, guys. We got a $50 super chat from Michael Brazil. Thank you so much. Sebastian, you might want to read it.
Yeah, it says, get up! How do we have 700 people in here with only 200 likes? Come on, people. Real note, I love you guys. You too, Marv. Spotify listeners, so just wanted to stop by and show love. Thank you for keeping me smiling, building boats.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, and thank you for the big 50.
Yeah, man.
Big Mike.
Like Mike said, please like the stream. You guys don't have to donate like Michael did, but Any like does help us with the YouTube algorithm and gets us out there to more people, and it helps us overall to stay relevant on YouTube. So thank you. We're up to 310 now, so keep hitting that like button if you want to support the channel.
Yeah. And then we have... Hold on one second. I'll do it while Sebastian's doing that poll. And then we're going to read this last super chat, and then we're going to go back into the chapter, guys. So Isaiah Mayo with the 2 says, y'all ever read my Usopp theory on the Discord? I read it, yo.
I don't know that I did. Did you?
Yeah.
I'm shocked you took the time to read an Usopp theory. Why are you lying to him, bro?
I ain't lying.
Give me a cliff note, bro.
Yo, it was Usopp. You ain't tagged me.
Yeah, tag me in that, bro. Tag me in that. I'll read it on behalf of the crew because the twins ain't never gonna see it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just real. They not.
All right, let's get back into the chapter, gents, and then we're gonna go back into our super chats for sure, guys. Thank you so much, by the way, for being here and liking the video. All right, let's get it. The chapter opens up with a shot of Egghead Island. CP agents are speaking to others in control of the Egghead pacifistas to charge them up. Before they could finish giving orders to the Sea Beasts and the PXs, Lucci and Kaku appear. A CP agent wants to know where Stussy is, and Lucci says he eliminated her. Kaku doesn't show his eyes. Saturn tells his vice admirals that they have everything they came to Egghead for. They have York, Punk Records, and the power plant. Everything they need to generate a mother flame. But then he's cut off by the vice admirals. They apologize for their incompetence and reliability. They failed miserably and want to be commanded to go after the Straw Hats at Elbaf. Saturn refuses and dismisses their proposal. The only failures here, he says, were Vegapunk's message to the world and that the Iron Giant aided in the escape of those pirates. We then see a flashback of St. Saturn from 200 years ago talking to some scientists. He tells them not to dispose of the Iron Giant, and if anyone finds out about him, he'll take the blame. The robot represents the future, and it'll prove useful to the military one day. They thanked Saturn with excitement. He thinks to himself that it's wild that the robot didn't move for 200 years until it wanted to protect Straw Hat Luffy. Vice Admiral Doberman wants to know, as a soldier in the service to the government, if Saturn considers that a failure, then is what Vegapunk broadcasted true? Doberman is then shot in the face by Saturn. Vice Admiral Guillotine calls out to Doberman. Then a medical team is requested for Doberman. What did you guys think about this beginning part of the chapter? And we'll start with Law.
I don't know if it's a good thing that for them thinking for the event of the pacifistas that they keep getting to be recharged all the time. I understand they go through a lot of power and they're supposed to be powerful, but like you have to be charged every time they're used. Like I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a design fault, but it also makes sense, right? And honestly, for Rob Lucci saying that he took her out, talking about Stussy, right? And to me, to my knowledge, this was like a bold-faced like lie, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, I thought it was interesting because this is kind of against Rob Lucci's character, right? Like he's kind of relatively like really honest about things. Like if you think about when they were all captured, and Kaku's pleading with Luffy and Zoro, saying, "Yo, let us free, let us work together." And obviously this was a lie, but he was like, "And after we work together, whatever, we'll put back on the handcuffs, so you guys don't have to worry about it, right?" So like, and then Zoro was like, "I find that hard to believe. You're just gonna work with us and then go back under our capture. That doesn't make any sense." And then Rob Lucci says, "No, when I get out of here, I'm gonna make sure I take all you guys out," right? Being very honest to his nature, right? By saying this, and then Kaku's face, right? I doubt he really took out Stussy, but it made me think like maybe Rob Lucci kind of felt similar to what Kaku felt, right? About their comrade, of how long, we don't know how long they worked in the services, but I could kind of say ever since he became in the CP0 from CP9, he's probably worked with Stussy, right? So they've probably been together for some time, like being on these missions where they drew this bond. Like he was, because even when Stussy betrayed Rob or Kaku, he couldn't fathom it. He was like, I don't understand, you know? And he didn't even go into battle mode right away and try to attack. He was just like, he was kind of like stunned. Like he couldn't believe it, right? Like it doesn't make sense. It was so confusing to him why she was doing this. And then I don't know what Kaku told her or what he found out. Because to me, Rob, what we all experienced, just takes her out. and he sees her, it's just like, no, you betrayed us. You're an enemy now. I'm gonna take you out, right? But now he's like, in a way, this bold-faced like lie. Seems like he was covering her up, her escape, and I doubt he would want to be like, oh no, to what was it? Dang, I lost my thing. Like cover up as in like, oh, that we failed, they didn't take her out. He was like, no, she betrayed us. She's on the run now. Be on the lookout for her. I feel like that's more of Rob, like saying that. But covering this up, I thought was very interesting, due to his character wise. Like, why did he cover up her escape? And to me, for the vice admirals apologizing and then asking to go request, right? Mm-hmm. To go after them. What are you gonna do? Like, I was like, in all honesty, what are you gonna do? Like this grand feat of, and this is not me just as ripping like the vice admirals, because you guys already know how I feel about them. But to me, it's just like, you guys already experienced this one, right? All this what you have and you guys lost, but just the vice admirals just go like against Luffy and them. Like, come on, man, like stop. I don't want to get into like details about when you guys even got one-shotted by one of their crew members and Frankie, but it's like, what were you going to do there to try to save? Like, I don't just try to save face going after them. It made me laugh though. Like, come on, let me go after. Like, we would capture the Yonko Luffy this time in his Gear 5th Droid Boy phone. Anyway, yeah, we'll do that. No, it doesn't make any sense, right? And when I was reading Saturn's like go through what they achieved, they made me seem like, damn, they came out with everything. Going by his list. Yeah, we got York, we got Conquerors, we got the power plant, we got the S Pacifistas. It's like they came all the way with everything. The only thing they didn't do was like stop Vegapunk's message and Bonnie and the Straw Hats. Like that was it. But everything else they really wanted, because to them, I feel like that was a high priority. What they got, Punk Records and the power plant, York, and the S Pacifistas. I think that's what they really wanted. Yeah, they wanted to take out Joy and everything, but to me, it's like they could, in their mind, we could also just handle him later.
Those are sudden objectives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, they came out with a complete, like to me, like a complete W from his list of what he thinks they have, And to me, the fact that this dude looks the same, because we always go back, because we're going back further and further now into the timeline, and we're still seeing that he looks the exact same. Right, because I know we went back a couple years, like it was like 25 or whatever, 4 years ago, back with O'Hara and all that stuff, when Robin was a little girl and everything, and then Roger, and we're seeing the Gorosei, right? And they look the same. It's like, all right, that's like 20 so years, whatever. But this is 200 years, and you look the exact same, right? Mm-hmm. I have a little something on this later on, but I'm gonna wait for that one. But the fact that you look exactly, it's been 200 years now, and there's no age from you, shows like. I doubt. I'll just say this one thing. I doubt that the Op fruit being operated on it, because I feel like 𝐴𝐴M holds that special thing where it was used on him while he has a general life, used 6 times total on all like 𝐴𝐴M and the Gorosei. I doubt that. Yeah. But there's something up here I'm gonna get into later why I believe that. Anyway, and then Doberman's thought process just reminded me of Shaka said the same thing. The fact that they're trying to cover it up. What he's saying kind of shows like the reason you want to cover it is because it's. Isn't give some truth to, right? He thought the same thing what Vegapunk was thinking, and then to me it's like, do you not know who you're dealing with? Like, who did you think you were for them? Like, you should know you were gonna. The immediate you said is he would take you out, right? And that's what we saw with Saturn, and that's all I have for now.
All right, Seb.
All right. In regards to the Seraphim being charged, it reminded me of an iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
You think they make the sound?
The little dude?
Yeah.
Maybe. But I wonder how that process works. Are they just loading them up with more green blood? Like, what does the charging look like?
Yeah.
All right, so the official translation for the Lucci thing is slightly different than the translation that I had read when I was taking my notes originally. So I went back and had to
I gotta start doing that.
I had to go back and edit my notes.
That, bro.
I had to go back and edit my notes because it said originally that she was killed in action, right? Which could easily just be Kaku saying, "Yo, I took her out. She's gone. Whatever." Mm-hmm. That's the information I relayed to Lucci, right? For Lucci to outright say, "I did it," that's a little different, right? So I started thinking, wait, would Lucci cover for Stussy in that light? I don't think he would do that.
Nope.
No.
Right? As much as he cares about Kaku, whatever, Kaku himself already said, like, yo, Lucci, like, he had the mental note, like, when he was talking to, like, go, just go. He knows what Lucci would have did in the situation. He wouldn't have did what he did. So I think Kaku still ended up just lying to Lucci, which is why you don't see Kaku's face clearly. He's ashamed of him lying to his friend, the dude that he respects so much. Technically, Lucci did poke Stussy when he tried to clip Vegapunk, the Stella, and Stussy got in the way, right? She got hit by him.
Yeah.
If Kaku said she passed because of that, Lucci could, in his mind, be like,
That's true too.
I took her out.
That's true.
Because it would be a huge tone shift in character for him to be covering up what Stussy did here. And again, Oda has played that role before. He's played that part in people's storylines and stuff. We didn't get anywhere near enough details, highlights, or just inner dialogue from Lucci for me to go there yet. So I could be wrong. To me, this was more of a Kaku lie to Lucci, and Lucci's like he's feeling even worse right now because now he sees in action the man I respect the most in this world is doubling down on this lie that I told him that he took Stussy out, and like if there's repercussions later, it's my fault. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's why Kaku's making that face, I think. But I don't think Lucci's covering for Stussy.
Yeah.
I just don't think we're there yet in his character. We might get there.
Yeah.
We might get there eventually. But I don't see that.
Same.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. But that was interesting to me. I was like, hold on, I had to really think about it. Mm-hmm. In regards to the mission, right? Saturn saying like what we accomplished. I thought the same thing Lawrence thought, right? About like, they really won. And I remember after a couple chapters ago, I was like, low key, world government won. Like they got away, because Joy Boy helped, but like the world government got everything they needed. They wanted York, they got York. He basically ran down the list, got everything they needed. Mother Flame, etc. Vice Admirals took an L for sure, and Kizaru took a mental L. But like overall, they got all the things they wanted. The most interesting part about this to me though was, and this is something that we'll talk about a little later, right? Is Saturn. He's the god of science and defense and everything, right? He's curious about stuff, right? 200 years ago, this giant robot exists, and he like, let's research it. Yeah, y'all could research this. How is this different than researching the ancient text, bro? You wiping out entire nations for interest in this type of stuff and researching it, but you let these dudes do this. How is it different?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, and the whole arc, he's talking about this too. Like, why can't humans just accept things that they, like, why do they need to be, their curiosity, this, and that? And he's in his mind like, dang, low key, they only got away because of the robot. And in his mind, he's thinking back to the robot that he allowed to stay up, to still be here. They would have scrapped this thing, they'd have destroyed it. Well, who knows how that would have worked out with the snapping of the rope or whatever. But either way, like, this worked out in this way because you were curious. The same reason O'Hara was curious. The same reason, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was ironic and poetic justice. Well, we get to the poetic justice a little later, but that's why Oda's Oda, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this dude has that same inkling for knowledge that the same people that he's been condemning this whole time have. Speaking of inklings for knowledge, Doberman overstepped a little bit. You gotta know better than this, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You gotta know better. It was kind of wild to me that he instantly did that to Doberman, but like, I don't know why I was surprised, because like, this is his nature. He's like this. But like, you gotta know better than to ask that kind of question, bro. Like, you gotta like ask amongst your boys after, like, y'all think like Vegapunk's Tom Jones? Like, you can't, bro.
Yeah.
You can't do what you did just there. Also, I know that me and Lionel more specifically than the rest of y'all, we give Vice Admirals a little bit more like leeway. I had higher hopes for Doberman than this.
I love how me and Lawrence just looked at each other like,
I'm man enough to admit it, bro. I did. When I saw all the Vice Admirals and they showed the 9 of them or whatever, I don't know if Doberman's one of the 9 or whatever, I had some sort of expectation of him. And he didn't do anything on the island because I guess he was the one that was supposed to guard Saturn himself. Yeah. Which made me believe he's stronger than that. We've also seen him highlighted in the Buster Call before. We saw him highlighted at Marine Ford before. So to me, I was like, all right, he's at least a step above these other vice admirals.
He even has a different color jacket, so that's
Yeah. he got something to him. Some sauce there. I guess not. And listen, I'm man enough to admit I'm wrong. RP. I mean, I doubt he's gone.
Nah, he's not gone.
He's not gone.
Yeah, he's not gone.
It's not a good look.
Definitely not a good look.
Definitely not a good look for my boy.
No.
But that's it for me.
All right. Lionel?
You guys said a lot that I thought, the Rob Lucci thing. That one, the Rob Lucci one, I kind of thought maybe Oda's putting a character depth with the Stussy thing, but like you said, we don't know. Like, we didn't get enough information. Because again, like you said, that since the change the translation, because past and action and I killed are two different things, and I was like, is it like this? Rob Lucci know that she's really passed? Did he lie? Like, it comes to that like thought process, But again, part of me thinks, and it gives a little hope that there's a little character depth with Rob Lucci because, like for instance, Kizaru. You think of the similarities. Kizaru and Rob Lucci are the what? They are the mafia, cold-blooded assassins. They don't really have something here. And two, you have that one friend, or maybe two friends, or two people that you find close to you. Then that's where it's pulling, where it's hard for you to do that. Rob Lucci still did it, but as in Rob Lucci, you could say like Kizaru cried when he took out Vegapunk, right? Rob Lucci's not going to cry for Stussy, but he also showed her respect. For how long we've been together, I'm not going to put her out as that. I took her out, it's done. If she survived, she survived, or she did pass, but I'm not going to out her like that. Maybe because doing respect towards his former comrade. Maybe I thought that. I thought maybe just Rob Lucci's giving respect towards Stussy from what they've been through. I could be wrong, I don't know. But it goes into giving Rob Lucci a character depth that we didn't know that he had. Because we already saw it too, or it's a little bit. Again, we don't know how he viewed if Kaku betrayed him, but he looked out for Kaku. Can you please? What did the girl say? Can you please save Kaku? Like he went on his way to say that, showing that he has like friendship and camaraderie does have a value to Rob Lucci, even though he's a cold-blooded assassin. So I was playing on those two things. I said maybe because like Lawrence said, Rob Lucci was legit shocked and like awestruck that Stussy betrayed them. Mm-hmm. So like I was just playing on that. Them winning is the actually forget that. I'm actually gonna say it's two things I thought of, and a friend of mine brought up something with going 200 years with Saturn, and obviously he looks the same. We were questioning how old the Gorosei are. A friend brought up pretty much that, and it goes into a little bit later on with what happens later on in the chapter. But he's starting to think that pretty much that 𝐸𝐸 gives the Gorosei their powers. Like, for instance, 𝐸𝐸 is the one who is the eternal, like, not eternal, but...
You want to wait until the last part, bro?
Yeah, because this is why we all waited.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
What's wrong with this guy?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Read the room.
we all tiptoed around.
Okay.
We all tiptoed around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad hard.
All right. Fine. Okay. When you talk about Doberman getting hit, I'm thinking, what'd you expect? I'm not knocking the Vice Hounds, but you have a Gorosei Haki user awakened through, and we already seen what he could do. What did you think he was able to do in general?
All right, so they straight up said X ranks and below gotta watch out or they're gonna be done, right? Dude, I think dude's head exploded or whatever it was, right? I've seen technically, was it Frankie and Sanji got hit with this eye technique that he used, and they got knocked down and even pinned, I believe, but they were good. He eyes rolled back out. You get what I'm saying? I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
And it's possible what he did to Doberman was stronger. I don't think so.
I think it wasn't strong because
Did Sanji get hit in the face with this stuff?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And I know Sanji's strong, whatever, but it's, for you to just, I didn't know we was clearing the Vice Admirals like this, bro. I still had some hope in my guess. I was wrong. It's all right.
Two out of the 9 got one shot.
But we know that they vary in strength. I thought Doberman was one of the stronger ones.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. This is what it is.
No.
I mean, it's not too much to bring up on, but like to me, it didn't knock the Vice Admiral. It didn't hype up Saturn. To me, it's just like I've seen this already. It's nothing new to me. Like,
But did you ever seen them possibly get taken out for good?
What? The Vice Admiral?
This attack that Saturn did.
The only person we know he got taken out for good was that soldier who was nobody. Like, if Vice Admiral, I get you, but if
Yo, Lord, that's so stupid.
yeah, but if this Vice Admiral is still alive, then he's just survived it. He's got hit badly and just survived.
Hey man, it's not a good look, bro.
It's not, bro.
But also, I think it was stronger because Saturn seemed more angrier because, like, he brung this up.
Dude,
Come
you're
on,
comparing the
Lionel.
heat of the moment where he was in battle and war and everything to this. Yo, shut your mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lionel, you wildin'.
Whatever.
We gotta,
Why you get so sad?
I didn't get sad. I'm just
He
like,
said, whatever.
we gotta eat this one, man.
no, I actually don't care. Like, to me, I don't. To me, again, I expected this at least.
I'm not ashamed to say that I cared a little bit, bro.
Yeah, it's alright, bro.
I did.
It's alright, bro.
It's like, dang.
Anything else?
There's actually something I want. Wait, if you don't have any more, something I forgot to mention.
You left off at that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have that
It's
much.
been too long for Lionel, bro.
I had like one other minor comment. I like that they do a mission report at the end. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Like, yo, yeah, all y'all come here and talk to the teacher. See how y'all did. Grades.
Law?
Yeah, no, I was gonna mention what Vegapunk said and how it seems different to match up here. Only about the giant robot. Vegapunk, when we first heard about the giant robot, he said it was ordered its destruction, right? I don't know if you're gonna mention about that.
I was. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll wait for you. You can say it then.
Alright. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. If Stussy was taken out off panel,
Oh God, no.
then what was all the emotional build up for her, bro?
Can't happen, bro.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. What was it for? I get it. Oda will cut off some like side plots for the main plot, right? But you can't be dedicating pages to this character only for them to get off-paneled like that. Especially when this person was like essential to the idea of what it means to be human during an arc full of people who are questionably human. Now, I get it as well that she could very well be alive. But why would Lucci lie to others about this? He isn't the type to lie. Right. And because Kaku got his head down with his eyes covered, must mean he saw Lucci finish her like a Mortal Kombat match. So I'm sure it happened. But Stussy, in my opinion, deserved at least 3 panels from a page to show that she did get her plot concluded. I wanted to see that, and I feel like I got cheated in a way. Oda is truly the best at getting us attached to plot threads, but he's also the best at never finishing them. So
You really think she gone, bro?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think Lucci would come on that ship and be like, you know, especially when Kaku said, "Yo, if Lucci finds out that you're here, he's gonna murk you, and I can't do anything about it."
Stussy good, bro.
So.
Stussy good.
Yeah.
The revelation that Saturn was the one who wanted to preserve the Iron Giant after it attacked Marijoa is full of iron need.
Yeah. I can't. I thought the same thing, but you went to a pun.
Oh my
Listen. The world government wanted this disposed of. Most likely the Gorosei as a collective ordered this. To know that a Gorosei member could have their own agendas without notifying the others was interesting to me. What's even crazier is that throughout the 200 years of Emmett being in his possession, he wasn't able to find out a damn thing about it. Even Vegapunk said he couldn't figure it out. So to know that he was his own reason for his defeat shows how awful the Gorosei are with judgment. That's the most consistent thing about the Gorosei. We've complained before. Yeah. They're like
babies, bro.
Yo, they're like the least accomplished people in the world, bro. Nothing ever goes their way, ever. But finally, Doberman, he gotta be smarter than that, bro. Like, read the room, like Lauren said. Know who you in front of. If I were a vice admiral and that happened, no cap, I would have taken Doberman's life in front of Saturn to make sure that he knows.
I'm not with none of that.
That I know that nothing happened and nobody else in this room knows what happened.
That's good.
And we good. That. What would you say, boss?
That's terrible.
That's crazy. Yo, we succeeded. I bet.
That's terrible.
That's what should have happened, and I didn't.
Clipping
So-
your mans like
Yo.
that. They came in the ranks with this dude, bro. That's wild.
Yo, you say that in front of the Gorsei? You said that in front of an elder? Yo, real talk. The elder, because of him saying that, might have clipped all of us.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is so true.
Yo,
I
I'm
get what
clipping him, bro.
That's
I'm
wild,
clipping
bro.
him, bro.
That's wild.
Soon as he said
So
it,
because he put
I'm putting him down.
I don't know how close any of these people are with Doberman, right? But assuming at least one of them that's a man.
Bro. You looking at it from as like an emotional Yo, Saturn don't care about my feelings, dog.
Oh my God.
He don't care about my position. He don't care what I. Yo, bro, from the I know this man. I know what celestial dragons are capable of.
Calling you Larry D. Blackbeard.
I am going to clip Doberman. He would.
crazy.
Yo, I guarantee. I would have known what he would have said
Now you give
like
yourself
2 words
insight.
before he said it, and I would have just ended him, bro.
That would have been a wild thing to watch.
Yo, I'm
though.
serious, bro.
Nah. I think it's funny with Larry's thought process, but in general, if one of the other Vice Admirals would have did what Larry's saying, that would have been wild to witness on panel.
Yo, guillotine, bro. Take him out.
Saturn would have asked you.
Dude, what you doing all that?
Yeah, what was that? Why are you doing that?
I would have been like,
And he would have explained, and it would have been a crazy dope, like,
I would have just been
You know
like,
what I
yo, he knew too much.
he was asking too
Yo,
much.
straight up. Yo,
He
he was
was,
asking too
he was
much.
questioning your authority.
Yeah, bro. He was
wild, bro.
wilding out, boss. That's just me, though. That's just me.
That's wild.
bro.
That's wild.
We're gonna do some super chats real quick. We're gonna do like, let's do 8. I think that's a good number. We're gonna go back into the chapter. I have a pretty interesting theory I want to tell the guys about. I hope you guys like it, but it's gonna be a fire one, I think. So
Yeah, and while we're here, like the stream, y'all.
Yeah.
We did get an uptick in likes, so thank you so much. We're at 805 viewers right now.
Hey,
But only 449 likes. Hit that like button.
hit that like button. Like it.
But yeah, we got another 10 from Project Iceman. It says, "Hey guys, so the CDs are on top of the red line, have land but no food. Meanwhile, the people below have food but are losing land. Perhaps a possible war for food and land will occur. Interesting, huh? Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, we'll probably dive a little deeper.
Yeah, we're
into
gonna
that
dive into that part of the chat.
when that.
It's
comes
gonna be the
around.
next part.
But low key, they can just make a trade, dude. No, they can't. Another 2 from Girthy Poppy. It says, compare girths. Apu versus Hawkins.
Meat for meat right now.
Hashtag, it's a mentality.
Abu versus Hawkins.
Yeah,
Girths, though.
I'm going Hawkins.
Apu.
I shouldn't,
They
but
both
I'm gonna go
technically
Hawkins.
challenge an Admiral, so
Yeah,
like, you know,
I'm going Hawkins.
I like Hawkins better than Apu, so.
Yeah.
I don't like none of them.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Rhett Pressler. It says, you guys see that Mihawk Viv card?
Yeah. It
Yeah?
said he didn't have Conquerors. But there's been times where it even said Zoro doesn't have Conquerors, and we know that he does, so.
Is it the old?
No, it's
No,
the
it's the
newest
new
pack.
one. It's the newest pack.
Those Viv cards are not always completely accurate.
Yeah, that's why we didn't talk about it in the beginning of the show. Because I know people wanted us to talk about it, but sometimes, bro, the obvious is obvious, and sometimes we talk about the obvious too much. And I just feel like we don't need to. Because at the end of the day, we got to enjoy the show ourselves as
Right.
well.
There was a few interesting things that came out from the Viv card, though, and I guess if we get more super chats about it, we can speak on that. But did y'all read them at all? Or no?
I didn't know.
I read them.
I didn't know that came out.
Okay.
I don't even know where to look. I even notification. How y'all find this out? What is
So I don't know where to look. That's
I got no notification. nothing.
Shout out to our boy Chris Dillon in the chat, too, man.
Chris!
With
What's
the
up,
5,
bro?
he says, Larry wouldn't do that if I was Dober. I'm asking questions every time. Let me do my job.
Yeah, bro. Larry's saying this, bro. It's low key spits in the face of every point you've ever made on this podcast.
Yo. Hold on. But we talking from the aspect of me.
You're a vice admiral.
Yeah, like, I'm a vice admiral. I'm in the military already. I am in the cause.
I was just saying.
You damn right I'm taking Doberman out. I don't care, bro.
Terrible. Another 2 from Girthquake. It says, "Stay hard, y'all." Hashtag Girth Gang. We might have to start censoring these, bro. Another 2 from Deli Dell. It says, "Do you guys think Fujitora is from Wano?"
No.
It's been theorized for a while that he might be.
But he might be.
I'd say he is.
I subscribe to the thought that he is just because of the fit.
I think mostly his ancestors. He's probably a descendant from
Yeah.
that group that left Wano.
That's what
Yeah.
my train of thought
Yeah.
is. We got another 100 mad. I'm not sure what currency that is, but thank you from Abdelrahim.
You got
I
that.
think I
bro.
got that.
Yeah.
It says, do you think Oda can end One Piece in 2 to 3 years? The story seems to be more and more complex.
Yo, he could go for like another 5, 10, bro.
Yeah.
There's too much info.
I'll say this.
It all depends on him.
As long as Egghead was, for the amount of information that we got, like, we did technically, it was quicker than I would have thought all that would have taken. So.
Yeah, but he still didn't say anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still didn't say anything. Because they brought up more questions.
More questions.
Because to me, it's like Elbaf, and then you also have the final war.
Yeah.
You have to cover the ancient history. There's so much to it. How you
The
have to
world
reveal.
gonna go haywire for land.
Yeah,
like,
how
you could easily make this into like 5, 6.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Yeah.
it lasts another like 7 years. Another 10 from Omar Zahiri. Zari, sorry. It says, "What's up, Top? I appreciate the dedication. Usopp is based on Aesop, the legendary fabulist. I'm sorry. Elbaf is fable backwards. That's mostly common knowledge, I think. Will Usopp be the MVP of the Elbaf arc, or a repeat of Zoro x Wano? Hashtag all love. I do think there's way more that'll happen with Usopp in Elbaf than there was with Zoro and Wano.
Yeah.
Mostly because we should anticipate some sort of reconnection with Yasopp. Zoro didn't have that interpersonal like story to tell. Usopp has that interpersonal story to tell in regards to him being a great warrior of the sea and meeting his father specifically. So.
Yeah, because also too, it's kind of was said in the whole storyline, anime and in manga. Usopp's like, or I guess favor or liking the giants and Elbaf wanted to go there, whatever. Like his view of that.
Yeah.
We all just kind of suspected that Zoro has a link to Wano, but it was never said until we actually got to Wano. But we all just think, we kind of believe. It was our belief, our own headcanon, and which was we were right, So it's a little different.
Bro, I do not care. Usopp could receive no screen time and I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Another 5 from Straw Hat Squirrel. It says, BBC in the building. Thank you guys for helping me get through the night shift and inspiring me to start my own anime podcast. Hashtag BBC. That's what's up, man. Let us know like what it's gonna be on. If it's anime in general or you have a specific anime in mind, but
Roy Stokes with the 10 gifted memberships.
it's more than 10. It's like 20 because you got.
Oh, it's 20? 20 gifted memberships from Roy Stokes. Thank you so much, bro. Everybody that was in the chat saying thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for showing Roy some love. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Let's do one more super chat and then let's go into the chapter.
Yeah, we got another 4 months at Warlord level for Toxic Tastes. It says, best book club, new schedule, so I can't catch y'all live much now. But I ain't leaving or gonna stop supporting. Much love. Hashtag Bug Again. Hashtag BBC. Hashtag F work. Man, appreciate it, Toxic. We probably have to catch this on the playback, but we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys. You guys probably know Romans D. Sensei and Jay Inferno and Fexer. They have a Let 'Em Cook podcast. Anime podcast. The boys are amazing. They're on YouTube. They invited me and Seb onto their podcast tomorrow, and I believe it's at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. I think it's at 6 p.m. So I'm gonna put out the link on our YouTube community and in our Discord. That way you guys can come over and show some love for us tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun time. I have no idea what's gonna happen, so I'm very excited. But we'll be on the Let 'Em Cook podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So let's do this. We'll get back to the super chats, guys. Let's do this. Next part of the chapter, we see York. She's inside the lab. She panics because the island clouds won't stop multiplying. She discovers Edison caused this. He's alive. Edison knows he's busted, and York shoots him and takes him out officially. York realizes she's been duped. Edison created enough island clouds so the world government could not access Punk Records. Punk Records floats away. We head to Marijoa. Throughout the Holy Land, we see many celestial dragons having difficulties dealing with the food shortage that Sabo and the Revolutionary Army caused. They aren't coping well. We then head to the Chamber of Power. We see 4 𝙏𝙪𝙪 members excluding Saint Saturn. Someone walks in, and it's Saint Garling. He tells them he's here on important orders. The 4 remaining 𝙏𝙪𝙪 members believe he's out of line and should show proper deference. Garling tells them that he's now assuming the role of Saint Saturn. They're in disbelief. Garling tells them that the world will be thrown into chaos like they've never seen before. So he hopes they improve it together. As he sits down amongst them, back at Egghead, Vice Admirals are scared. They don't know what's happening to Saint Saturn. On the very next panel, we see Saturn grabbing at his neck. Black smoke is emitting from his body. He's on his knees. Vice Admiral Dahl doesn't know what's happening, and the other Vice Admirals follow that idea. Saturn continues to decay. Vice Admirals are in shock, and Saturn calls out to Emu. Emu is shown and says to Saturn, "Why did you allow Joy Boy to escape?" Saturn begs for mercy and tells Emu he didn't know those powers were so nebulous. As Saturn's power and life force are removed, his dying breath says to the name Emu. Vice Admirals are blown back. As they get up, they see the bones of Saint Saturn. What did you guys think about this part of the chapter? And we'll start with Seb this time.
All right, so I'll try to bypass this one really quickly. The Vegapunk stuff, honestly, I don't have too much there. I'll get to it a little bit later, but I did like that Punk actually was floating off on like a cloud. Mm-hmm. It's like cloud storage, internet. I thought that was kind of cool. The idea that the other Vegapunks are still alive annoys me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and I'll dive a little deeper into that when we get later in the chapter.
Yeah.
For the food part, the food shortage, we did get a nod to this earlier when they were saying like what their objectives were and what the revolutionary armies were doing, declaring war, trying to attack their food supply, make it shorter. These are those little baby wins that like Rob is searching for with Dragon. Like this is a win in my mind. He's affecting them in some negative way where they're impacted, their day-to-day is impacted. It might lead to some more killings of humans because of this, but overall, like anything you can do to inconvenience the Celestial Dragons is a W. All right, for the juiciest part of this dang chapter, because man, was this a lot. All right, so one, Garling wore a suit to his job interview.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. I thought that was, you gotta be professional. Low key, I don't know about y'all, but Emu kind of giving me a little bit of a Harvey Weinstein feel, where Saturn might have to do something strange to get that job, bro. I don't know about y'all, bro.
You want to be in the Avengers movie?
You want to be a _Say member? We got a casting couch for a reason. I'm just saying. In general, is Garling now immortal? I was wondering that because we already got the highlight from Saturn that he was alive 200 years ago. Mm. They all know about Joy Boy and whoever this pirate was 800 plus years ago, etc. And now you're taking the role. What's up?
I was just thinking, we just made fun of the Me Too movement. It's kind of funny.
Listen, if the world government is supposed to represent evil, there should be some elements of that evil in here as well. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway.
Mary Jo is just Hollywood.
Listen, we said Punk Records was a record label, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. Garling had aura, bro. But it had me thinking, if 𝙏𝙪𝙪 members can be replaced in this way, and they seem to gain their powers from Emu, is this the first time that this has happened?
I thought the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Has there been a 𝙏𝙪𝙪 member that got fired before? Mm-hmm. Or lost their immortality in this way before? I thought it was interesting to think about that. Saturn falling to his knees and choking reminded me of the first time we see him in this arc. Is the basically because I was giving him the coffee or the tea, and they ask him if like you guys tested this for poison or not. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that's a little mini callback to me. Like he's like choking at it because it's like, oh, like he got poisoned or whatever. That's a good callback. I was trying to figure out exactly what was happening, but I was just like in awe that it was happening. So I was like, yo, what the like? is he really just melting away? So I was thinking, like, is it possible that, how do I say this? If Saturn's being burnt, is it possible that the man with the burn scar is a former Gorosei member? And I think that's starting to float around in the One Piece like YouTube and Twitter community. But I thought that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, is it possible like they survived this piece of it where they didn't get completely, I don't know. It's a wild theory to think probably, but I don't know. Maybe they were just stronger than Saturn because Saturn did seem like one of the weaker ones as far as the Gorosei goes.
I can't follow that idea. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel you. Listen,
I gotta disagree highly.
I'm just putting it out there. Dang, I had something more. I gotta go to my notes. Oh yeah. So in regards to how the Gorosei get their power, right? Lionel had brought it up or alluded to it a little bit. Garling likely did get a power up in his conversation with with Emu, because I doubt he's walked around at this Gorosei or whatever have this connection to Emu. So like what it is, I don't know. People theorize more like a Viking lore with the Fenrir or whatever it's called. I'm not sure, but it also reminded me of two things, right? So in two of the more popular manga that have come up in recent times, JJK and My Hero, the main characters ended up eating a piece of their like mentor figure in order to gain their abilities.
Yeah.
So gain an ability in some sense. So
okay. No, I'm just
come on, bro. It's literally like first 2 episodes in both shows. So in JJK, Yuji eats Sukuna's finger, and he has to eat fingers or whatever, and he gains a power for that. And in My Hero, Deku eats a piece of All Might's hair, and they gain these powers.
Pubic hair. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Basically, is Emu feeding them a piece of him or something of that ilk for them to gain these powers and create this connection to him or her?
Very similar to when Jesus said, "Eat
the bread."
The bread thing.
It's my flesh, my blood. Etc.
Yeah. It's like the same idea.
Yeah. I will say, I like my villains to be very evil, and Saturn is a huge depiction of that. Like, he was very evil throughout. So, like, as cathartic as it was to see him like go out like this, I was happy. I was kind of sad because he brought that big evil energy, bro, and I prefer that in my villain.
Big Saturn, bro.
Also, it reminded me of a conversation I had with Lawrence about a completely different manga, and I'll stop here. But I don't know if you remember this. We had talked about lecturing, like how to discipline your subordinates in Worst. Or was it QP? I don't remember.
QP, about the hammer, right?
Yes. I won't get into the story of that, but it reminded me of that. Because obviously Saturn is loyal to Emu. He made a mistake keeping the robot around, but he is loyal. He's been loyal for probably seemingly 800 plus years. To take him out like this, to remove one of your heaviest hitters from the table, I don't want to say it's a mistake per se, but I don't know if I would have went with that decision. Demotion, maybe. I don't know if he can not be a Gorosei member or lose his powers and still be alive at all. So I don't know. I don't know the parameters of that. But to me, it felt drastic, right? And it reminded me of another thing. It was a completely different scenario, but like in the last 2 major arcs, like what started the big twist that started the climax of Wano was Kaido taking out Orochi.
Yeah. This
is the big twist that ends the arc with Egghead, but it's still them taking out like allies, people that have helped them for extended periods of time. And I'm like, in this endgame, like clearly the big boss is, if you're messing up at all, you can go. It doesn't matter. So the same way you see like Saint Jupiter like sweating, I gotta lock in. Like we talked about the Gorosei not getting the job done well enough, and like they accomplished what they needed to accomplish on Egghead, but like we've criticized their decision making, their inefficiencies before. Emu not happy, bruh. He bringing in new talent. So they gotta lock in. And Jupiter, I'm not gonna front. You sweating? You might be next on the chopping block, bro.
Yo, he treating him like the Temptations.
But
Wait, there was he sweat.
You want to see that?
Saint Jupiter.
Saint Jupiter. I had one other thing. It was in reference to like the real world parallel between I don't know if y'all saw this or not, But apparently in September there's going to be this huge like eclipse where the moon will cover Saturn or block out Saturn for an extended period of time. I don't know if Oda really be doing all that.
Nah, he ain't do that.
But like,
that's too much.
It's crazy if he is. Yo.
Say it again.
So at some point in this month, the moon, which is represented by Garland and his like crescent moon, thing, whatever, is supposed to block out Saturn, the planet, in like a lunar eclipse for that planet, where it would be completely invisible, like you won't be able to see Saturn. Yeah.
Yo, honestly, this is glazing.
This is glazing.
This is
but I was
glazing.
like, it's kind of wild.
This is like D1 glazing.
The only reason why I subscribe to it even a little bit is because all the Gorosei members are seemingly based off of real life people that existed that had some sort of impact on history. Gorbachev, Saturn is. I don't remember who Saturn was exactly. I think he's Marx.
This is too glazing, bro.
They were saying that Garland is Galileo because he also had like a little weird crescent moon thing in his hair. I thought that was wild, but I figured I'd put it out there because I thought it was interesting.
Nah, it's tough.
It would be. I just don't think he goes that deep into it, bro. Some stuff is a coincidence.
There's no time. He got kids. He got a wife. He got a manga to constantly draw. Netflix is going on. like there's no way Wit Studios having it. Like, bro, there's no One Piece card game. Yo, bro, there's no way in hell. My man said, "Hey, man, in 20 years, on this day exactly, I'm gonna put out this chapter."
Hey, man.
I'm sorry,
It's still
bro.
off by a couple weeks.
Nah, bro.
Off.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable amount of glaze.
Oh, man. Listen.
It would be crazy though.
He
if he was,
foreshadowed
what
was going to happen.
He
in real life.
foreshadowed the
He
foreshadow from another planet in real life. Like, nah, bro. Now he in touch with like
Yo, he could be
astronomy.
Listen,
no, bro.
he get constellations, bro. I did like how shook the vice admirals were. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they should touch him. They were like, I don't know what to do. But that's it for me. RP to Big Saturn, bro.
Yeah. All right. Lionel?
I'm going to skip the whole food thing. I'm going to jump straight into this. Going to what Sebastian was saying with Garling, it made me think of two things. I thought of, is he immortal now? But also adding to the fit, is he a conqueror? Because of the other Gorosei.
That's true too.
But it also made me think of, again, it goes into like what we said. Can I say a little bit what I said was going to try to say before?
Yeah, I mean, this is the part.
We here now, bro.
Yeah.
So Fred told me.
Lionel, bro.
Shut up. So Fred told me pretty much that going to what you guys thought of as well, that Eam is giving them their powers, right? Giving them powers, like it's the yokai thing, and I question it, is it Haki as well? But then I was thinking, I don't know, that's like fruits wise, and he was saying, no, it's their own person, that's their own Haki, just the immortality and the ability itself is what he's giving them. But my thing is, if that was true, then how is he able to take his life away? Because when you thought of Blackbeard's ability, I thought of two things.
Damn, are you spoiling my theory?
What?
My second theory?
What? What are you talking about?
They don't know.
Yeah, we weren't live when you said that.
Yeah.
No, but they don't know what you...
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know.
We need to give Lionel like a fish oil pill.
Okay. So I thought of two things. One doesn't fully make sense, but I also thought of, you know how Oda, like, we always Oda has an ability or a fruit, and it's similar to other fruits, laws and shinkies, and you can think of gravity and other stuff like that. I thought of more towards Big Mom's fruit, because he was able to take the life from Saturn somehow, and they already know that Big Mom's able to pass her souls or whatever into other objects and make them alive, whatever. I'm not saying it's the same thing what she's doing, like Eam's doing to them, but I thought of the whole power aspect, and I said, what if, again, this is crazy, what if Eam was kind of able to do that with ability or Haki or power itself? That he was able to give other people power and Haki to the Gorosei. And get away extension to Vegemont's satellites. Like, in a weirdly, this is another version of satellite form that Vegemont's able to do, but it's inanimate objects. It's creation-wise. While pretty much Emo did it more organically, as in these are actually, in a way, life forms. He's able to do it. But he's able to take it away and give it to other people whenever he wishes. Just how Big Mom was able to take away certain things, like how she made the sun and
Prometheus
and how she was able to sap him away. It's because how Prometheus was going down, the symptoms of what Saturn. They were just vaping away and their life was taken away. And that's what I thought of, like, isn't that too much? Like, we already know all the plays around like other abilities and other aspects of it. But that's what I thought of, because again, he's not near Saturn at all. Like, they're far away from each other.
Yeah.
How does he have the power to just take his life away? Because even Big Mom, she couldn't just take away Zeus's abilities. Like, she had to physically touch him to do it. Like, he was roaming around and she was looking for Zeus. Then when she finally found him, now I'm taking you out. I'm making you get eaten to her. But the fact that he was able to do that distance is like, who is Saturn now? That again, he's living 200 years in the past. That's the farthest we've seen, right?
Yeah.
And he's at an old age. Because we know Emo's, going by the theory, we don't fully know, but looking like Emo's been that long. We don't know how the 𝙏𝙗𝙪 are, but the fact that 𝙏𝙗𝙪 also looks like they're not really aging. Like, Emo, we don't know what he looks like, but most likely, I think he looks pretty relatively young, to my knowledge. I think he looks relatively young, like maybe like in his 40s or 50s. Why the 𝙏𝙗𝙪 always look the same? Like, they don't look the same to our knowledge, no matter what years they passed. 200 years, like, whatever. We didn't go back far. We don't know if they're actually young people and they grow old. We don't know, but like the fact that they're still this age, and it's 200 years past, might be more to they're more connected to Emo with powers, or they could have been actually real humans, and then they turned or something. I don't know. Like it's so like interesting and vague what Oda's putting, but like. I'm just going to the aspect that how is Aim able to do that? How much he had that much power control over his Saturn that much that they 𝙏𝙗𝙪 are kind of shook down. Like, and that goes into a reason why they're so loyal to Aim too, because Aim has that much control and power over them. That is, and I would say it could be loyalty, but it also could be just like we can't really do anything because he could just take us out just like that because he controls us. Just how Big Mom controls her souls. That's what I thought of. I'm looking. I don't know, like. To me, it was just like, and then it goes into 𝙏𝙗𝙪. How's he fit in this? Because I don't think he's like them. Let's like you go into the whole soul thing. Like, if Emo now could take, like how Big Mom does, takes a part of himself and gives it to 𝙏𝙗𝙪, and he takes it. Now, you're surrendering your life or your will to Eam now. Now, Eam has the power to control your will in life whenever he pleases. Now, and that's like full submission. To me, it's like you could be loyal to somebody, but now you're giving them that right. That now, if I mess up, I could just be passing just like that. To me, I feel like that's crazy that you're willing to just give somebody that much power and control over you, if that's the case. Like, so I would just like, and to me also, I was gonna bring up. To me, it's a weird. 𝙏𝙗𝙪 kind of fits this role. Seeing him, I don't know, like maybe because he's the way his presence, how he walked in, he sat down. To me, he looks more. He fits more the role than Saturn. Saturn has been there, but there's, I guess, like as a fighter wise. But again, I don't know 𝙏𝙗𝙪 because we saw 𝙏𝙗𝙪 take out 2 weak people. Like those weren't height feats, but this changed him a little bit. But again, he still didn't do anything. But again, there was a little lore to him. There's a little more presence when he came in, and how he sat down and how he talked to the 𝙏𝙗𝙪. But it just made me think of 2 things. Like if 𝙏𝙗𝙪 has conquerors, if it's all Eve, like he's not a conqueror, but like. Going to like being in another way of inheriting somebody's will or Haki. This is another way of Otis, doing that. Like inherited will through dreams and through inherited through lineage or children. Like this is like really forced. Yeah. You're really giving somebody your own power and will to achieve your goal. So it's like the opposite. Because inherited was more of a romantic dream size thing, like people who have shared the same will as Odin, people who share the same will as Roger. Like it's different because it's more romantic and like it's like that bond. It's weird, like a weird bond that it's unspoken, but they just have it. Yeah. Well, Eam's like the opposite, where he's forcing his will on others to do it, and that's what I got. And again, I think Eam was supposed to, like, just how Blackbeard is the exact opposite of Luffy. You can see that premises of will, Ian could be the exact opposite of that itself, in a different way. Well, why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing? What did I say? What did I say?
Chat is just stupid, bro.
Huh?
Chat is stupid, bro.
And also, I found that the black smoke also looked kind of like Haki too. That's what I found it kind of interesting as well. In
Yeah.
some aspects, it looked like Haki was leaking out, not just black smoke. At some aspects of it. But I was ranting. But like, I ain't here.
Good rap, bro. Law. What about you, dog?
Okay. I'm not gonna touch on it briefly because it's kind of like what I said earlier about the whole Vegapunks. Like, what happened?
One small thing. One small thing. I was gonna bring up when Ian said to Saturn, "You let Joy Boy escape." Who do you think he was referring that to? Because I got confused because, like, Joe Boy's passed. So why are you talking about you let Joe Boy escape? How's he escaping when he's already dead? Well, if you're talking to Luffy referring to Joe Boy, that's understandable. Because that goes to Sebastian saying that Emo has this stain or anger or hatred towards Joe Boy that just feeling his Haki made him think he was alive and you let him escape. So I'm taking you out. Because if you think about it, it made no sense for you to take out Saturn off that statement. Because again, Joe Boy's passed already. The robot is like not Joy Boy.
Yeah.
So just like, why did you have that reaction? The only thing if you're thinking of is Luffy. But Luffy didn't display that Haki. Joy Boy did. So that's when I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't fully understand that but that's what I thought. What? I don't know.
Yo, chat is just so stupid, bro. I said good rant, bro, and they're like, good rant. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I didn't curse.
Oh, man.
I did not curse.
Nah, Lionel spin.
Yeah, Lionel said some interesting things, actually, that got me thinking about something. It actually added to what I was missing in the theory that I told you guys before. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use some of that. But my bad. Go, Law.
No, it's okay. Lionel actually said a lot of things that made me think as well. I said that again, that's the Vegapunk thing. We already talked about that earlier about like the separate parts, so we all believe that Vegapunk is being lied. So I'm not gonna say much about that, but like to me, it makes sense because the only fully organic one was the Stella, and we don't even know how organic he was because, like Larry mentioned, he took part of his brain. So technically, that doesn't make the science doesn't really make sense on that, you know. But a lot of it, you saw the spare parts, which makes sense. You would have backups because we already saw Atlas get like demolished by Rob, and then come back that same day, like maybe 10 minutes later, new face. So the new parts do make sense, and the fact that also the smartest brain in the world, because I was coming at Vegapunk of not thinking of a way to get out of it, like not surviving, like thinking of a way to save yourself or escaping when you're this smart. Shows right here, no, he had in a way like a way to get out of it, even though he erased all his memory on the fly to think of it. So yeah, it goes up to his brain.
You know what's crazy about that part? You ever watched the Marvel movie Eternals?
Yeah.
You remember when they had like the many bodies of each individual, and they would just replant the memories into it?
Yeah.
It made me think of that. That's why I knew you were saying it. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and honestly, this one with the starving celestial dragons, it just makes you think about like, yeah, it's a little. To me, it's not necessarily a little attack on the celestial dragons, but in a way, you're affecting their way of life because now I don't know how much research they have food they have left, but now to them, this could lead to like, not exactly, you want this, but also you don't want it to affect the people. But this action here, they're going to take it out on the civilians, their people, making more people lose faith in the world government and more people aligning with the revolutionaries because it's like there's only so much people could take, especially the slaves, you know? So if they're out here just taking people, even though they know it's revolutions that attack them, you're arguing about like, why don't you have beef instead of fish, you know? And then you take out your cook right here. So the more people you're being forced this way, even that's going to go back into the world government, the Marines, where people are going to start fighting back because now in the situation we got, too, you got to fight for land, food, and your survival because the world is sinking, right? So then now you're going to have a lot of people fighting against the world government to survive. Like, why would I support you? You're not protecting. You're not helping us. You're taking us out when you guys have anyway food. You're taking out people over because I ate fish instead of beef. You know, so it's like they're going to put more pressure on the civilians, and the civilians are going to say, like, yo, these people are not protecting us. You know, you're going to view them probably even worse than pirates, which could be and result in like the chaos that the world is about to get into in the world of government. Right.
Hold on, Lawrence. What's wrong with you?
I have problems.
Why did you put that poll, bro? What is wrong with you,
I have
bro?
problems, bro.
Bro,
Don't worry about it.
You couldn't spell it wrong?
I can't.
End the poll, bro. End the
That's
poll.
wild.
Yo, bro, end the poll, bro.
I really don't like that.
You have issues, bro.
Listen, man.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing, bro. Just let, go,
You was tripping
Lawrence.
for that.
Yeah.
You was tripping for that. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just thinking of the backlash of what this could cause.
Yes, one, by the way.
Let Lawrence speak.
Right. So yeah, on the greater issue, other world government and the starvation and what it's going to affect on the world. Right. Now, Garland walking in here, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh snap! You took out Saturn." Like, I was like, "Oh, he really did it. He really did it." Because I remember we got to this conversation before. Yeah. Like someone said, "Yo, is emo gonna take out Saturn because of this failure?" And I was like, "Nah." Because like you said, it was a bad idea. I thought it was stupid because these are just people most loyal to you. And I said they mess up like this. Because if you really want to look at Saturn beforehand and even the Gorosei, they didn't really act as if failure resulted in this. You know?
Yeah.
It was a complete shock. Like, after all the stuff that went down, right? Saturn was kind of chilling. He was just like, we got this, we just got that. The make it here is that we couldn't stop this. He was acting like he was safe. Like, there was no scared of emo. I got to answer the emo. Oh, stuff, I messed up. Like, what should I do? There was no worry for him. He was more thinking, how come the giant didn't budge an inch for 200 years? But as soon as Luffy shows up, this dude's acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no worry about Eam. And then he's choking. He's like, what's going on? Is this Eam? Like, am I getting punished right now? So there's no fear of failure beforehand. So where did this come from? Like, that's one thing is like, and then when, that's why I didn't believe it, right? Then when he's like, yo, he took out Saturn, I was like, that's crazy to me. And then I see Garland walking up here, and then this goes into, right, I believe too heavily that now when I've seen this, seeing how Saturn was taken out, and then Garland's given this power, that they do receive an amplification, like a higher thing from Emu. I kind of thought,
what?
like,
Amplification.
of their power.
Amplification.
I kind of thought of it. You remember the movie, the X-Men movie, Apocalypse?
Yes.
I know something.
How he was able to, like, in a way, increase their potential or increase people's power of the mutants, right? I thought of maybe something like that, but this seems to be more because he's able to, like, also take their life. But it goes into, like, for example, I believe that Emu is the only one that had the operation on them, right? I said that before. But now if you look at all the Gorosei's age, they're different, right? Saturn, to me, kind of looked like maybe even the oldest, right? So, and then we see 200 years. To me, that's about the time, in a way, so to speak, their contract with Eam started at that age. Because we still have that one that was sweating. He's the youngest looking one.
He like,
right?
yo, I got to prove myself.
Right? So he's the youngest looking one. So I'm thinking Eam kind of chose him because he saw value, whatever, then started that contract with him, granting him whatever power. And I kind of feel like, because Eam, like, if he was this biggest rival of Joy Boy, and they're probably, I don't know if they were scrapping what their relationship is because we don't know yet, right? But if you look at him, he looks like this really scrawny figure, right? Like, there's kind of like no muscle mass. And I kind of have an idea. I wonder it's because he's kind of branching out all his power to these 5 members.
That's a good point, too.
Right? So I'm thinking one day, like, say, like, after because ultimately the Gorosei are probably all going to eventually lose, right? Is he going to be like, you know what? I got to do this myself.
So Broker's theory about Blackbeard, where he basically takes all the devil fruits and adds them to himself?
Exactly. So he takes all the power back. Eventually, when the Gorosei lose, like all 5 of them, he takes back their power into himself, and then it's going to be the ultimate Eam or him complete. And then Luffy or whatever is going to have
even
to battle.
more perfect.
Exactly.
I was waiting for Seth to say it, but he took too long.
My fault, y'all. My fault.
See, when he start doing polls and stuff, he be off, bro.
It's hard, bro. It's a lot of multitasking. My bad.
You sent out 3 polls in 4 minutes. Of course it's going to be hard.
They responded.
Yeah. So that made me think, right? Because, like, what we're seeing, we're learning more and more, even with Haki. I don't know if this is fully on, because, like Lionel said, it kind of reminded me of Haki, the stuff that was leaving Saturn or whatever.
I agreed with Lionel on there, too.
So I thought it was interesting because we're learning more and more with Haki, as I was saying, throughout the years. But we all know is that, and that's kind of like older with time, what you're able to do with Haki. Imagine someone with, I guess, Conquerors or whatever with Haki for over 800 years because he never passed. What you could kind of develop with your Haki then, because you have no danger of passing. Your growing could always be. So I wonder if that affected in a way where how he's able to branch out power, to people. Because I think there's a strong connection here of why that's his power too, is because one, yeah, Saturn taken away from it, but Lana brought up too, the fact that he felt the Conquerors after all the Gorosei got hit with it, right? He felt it personally, and I thought that was interesting because, like, I think the physical conduit that they are, the physical damage doesn't sorely hit him, because why wouldn't Ian be feeling it from all of them, right? When they all take physical damage. I think that's part of like what their ability they have themselves, because I do believe they have some type of power, right? I don't think it's completely Imu's where everything is his. I think they have a power. That's what I said, amplified, right? He had a power, then he granted them more, giving them something to keep it while they're able to survive or whatever, right? But he could also take it away because of how many years he's been and whatever power Imu had beforehand, right? Then had the operation of Op Fruit. And in this time of more than 800 years, he just kept growing into this monstrous being, so to speak. Now he's able to branch out his powers to whoever he thinks as worthy enough as one that could do his bidding, right? Well, I stand up in the top round. I don't need to do anything. I have my 5 fingers in everything, you know? So
the
then
hand.
When, yeah, the hand, right? So then when...
Oh, what was the Ninja Turtles Ninja Clan? The foot?
The foot.
Foot.
Yeah. So I saw my theory with that one. So with Garthing, because the reason I say this also too, because Garthing, we saw him really, really young, right? He wasn't a Garcia member, right? But to have 200 years, all of the other ones, we're using Saturn as a basis here, look the same. Garthing wasn't a Garcia member yet, but we saw him look young. And now he's this way, and I think he got, contracted. He had his contract with Eam now, so I think from this point on, Garthing is going to stay the same. Throughout his years. He's not going to age anymore. That worry of potentially passing is no longer there because he has that contract with Eam. And somehow it could be due to the fact that he had the operation on him or whatever, but I think there's a link there with that. And to me, honestly, I think I know, Sebastian, you brought up the sweat that he had towards we got to keep in shape of what Eam is doing. It could be that, but I kind of felt that it was still Garling's character, right? Because yes, they all worked with each other for years, right? The Garcias kind of know how they deal with them. But if you check kind of Garling, to me, even though the Garcias do seem like that, like a no-nonsense, I think, I feel like Garling's more so, right? Like, if you check his character, how he's also, his character is judging other Celestial Dragons, right? Yeah. And how he's able to put them in, and how he even looked down on the other Celestial Dragons. And I thought it was crazy because they low-key looked down on Garling, right? But then you have Garling, right? I was thinking how quick he is to, like, cast out judgment, because even when he was younger, he acted out ahead and was already starting taking out people. And then also when they finally gave the race to like take out the slaves, he was already ahead by far, taking them out, right? So he showed like he's this very ruthless, no nonsense thing where like, in a way, he's gonna be how they took it as. I think he's gonna be judging or watching the Gorosei, even though he says working together. I feel like it's a different attitude or energy that he's bringing here, because also I feel like obviously the Gorosei have been together for so many years, but Gorosei is new one, so it could be like that. You're not one of us, but I also feel like it's because his character into it and how he's going to interact with them, that he's not going to be one of them. It's going to be like, I have no really allegiance to you guys. My thing is to Eam, and he could probably get them all like taken out by Eam or something like that, So, and I think that's all I had for now. But yeah.
All right. First and foremost, I want to say Theos with 150. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I wanted to take the time out to say thank you because it was such a large super chat. It was a very large super chat. So thank you. He says, "The GOATs, you guys are amazing, and I hope your weeks and days are going amazing. Thanks for making the weeks amazing." That's a lot of amazing. Starting my job today, so wish me luck. Oh, wish you luck.
You
man.
just got a new job and
bad.
you out here giving $150? You didn't get your check yet.
He says, hashtag Lord Larry, hashtag Sovereign Seb, hashtag King Lionel, hashtag Ruler Law. Hopefully I did the hashtags right. Much love.
Diamonds are forever.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. That was such a crazy super chat. Thank you a lot, bro.
I prefer Saint Seb.
Saint Seb.
I appreciate it.
That's crazy, bro.
You're amazing yourself, and I hope the job
you.
goes very well. Thank you so much, man. That was such a large super chat. All right. So for me, 2 things I want to point out. 1, the Celestial Dragon that's telling the cook, yo, you serving me fish when I want beef? Yo, The cook's stomach is grumbling in that panel. He's hungry. That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
2, I know you looking at St. Mars. No, not St. Mars. No, is it St. Mars?
Which one?
St. Mars is the one that's standing up in the room?
He always standing.
All right, the reason why he didn't take a seat is because he's not allowed to.
This is false. This is false. This is false. He sat down before. I gotta find the
Listen.
Sat down.
The Gorosei get handed homework. If you guys didn't know, he never really completes his homework, so they force him to stand as a punishment. That's why he's not sitting down.
Oh
It's not
God.
because he's weaker. It's not because of that. It's just, here's your punishment. You didn't do your homework. If you guys didn't know, Oda said that. Don't know if he's trolling, but it seems legit. All right, for my actual thoughts. Oda be cooking when it comes to this layered writing. I've always been led to believe that each of the Vegapunks has a shared mind, so they each possess the same knowledge. However, due to their separate natures, they digest information differently. We think York is dumber than the rest. I think I just noticed she's not dumb. It's her nature to process information differently from the rest because she is greedy. So she has bad judgment, as any of us would be if we're greedy, right? Like, yo, that chick is bad. I want to go talk to her. And you know she's no good for you. Yeah, you're greedy.
The girl from the airport.
Yeah, you're greedy.
I can't.
She makes bad calls. She'll miss out on important opportunities. If she wasn't greedy, she'd be able to be on par with the rest of them. I don't know why I just noticed this. Now, I have a theory. Theory time.
There you go.
All right, so hear me out. It might be far-fetched. I don't know. But it seems legit kind of to me. I believe the Figarlings were the second-in-command family of the Alliance that was founded by the 20 Kingdoms 800 years ago. When Figarling Garling walks into the Chamber of Power amongst the remaining Gorosei and tells them he is replacing Saint Saturn on important orders, it sparks confusion amongst the Gorosei. They couldn't believe he'd just walk in without some humble respect. Saint Warkery even asked Garling who he got these orders from, showing that Emu has only spoken to the Gorosei when it comes to their inner circle. Emu's never spoken outside of it, apparently. So why would Emu talk directly to Garling? What does he have that the other Gorosei members don't? Why does he get special treatment? Here's why. I believe when the Alliance of 20 Kingdoms 800 years ago formed the world government, they elected one leader out of the 20 during the first reverie ever. They elected Emu as the leader from the Nerona dynasty. Emu wanted to lead this giant force to conquer the Joy Boy pirates and the Ancient Kingdom. Emu knew that if the ancient weapons were used by the Ancient Kingdom, then their alliance would need to be safe from the world flooding, so their end goal was to take over the Red Line and eliminate the Lunarians. But to accomplish these ambitious goals, Emu needed a right hand to do so. Emu would then decide that their right hand would be the Figarling family. Just like everyone else in the show who's a leader, they always have to have a strong second in command. The Kozukis had the Shimotsukis. The Celestial Dragons have the Holy Knights. Buggy has Mihawk, Roger had Rayleigh, and Luffy has Zoro. The list goes on. But the point is, in order to lead, you need help. The Figarlings were Emu's help to conquer the world. Yes, the Celestial Dragons are the descendants of the Alliance 800 years ago, so they look weak now. But remember, hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men, and weak men create difficult times. If the Ancient Kingdom was stacked, and Joy Boy was as strong as we think he was, then the Alliance and their 19 swords amongst the empty throne must have been strong as hell too. Not to mention, we've had 4 Celestial Dragons with Conquerors Haki confirmed. Doflamingo, Saint Warkery, Saint Mars, and Saint Saturn. It's fair to assume Emu does as well, since people with Conquerors only follow other people with Conquerors. That makes 5 out of the 23 people with Conquerors Haki Celestial Dragons. If Shanks has lineage with the Figarling family, then that would only fan these flames even more. The Figarlings have been on standby ever since 𝙃𝐸 and the Alliance beat the ancient kingdom, but once they are faced with a certain threat to their current rule, the Figarlings will come at 𝙃𝐸's beck and call once again. This is why 𝙃𝐸 has a special relationship with Saint Garling, and why the Gorosei are shocked by his sudden promotion from the head of the Holy Knights.
Pretty tough, man.
Is it good? Is it bad?
It makes sense to me.
Y'all mess with it?
No, that makes sense to me, actually. Yeah.
I like the idea of like, yeah, we needed a second in command. We need somebody to run this thing. Actually, remind me of Hamilton, but that's neither here nor there.
And I don't know if Garling represents his whole entire family like that, but he kind of fits the role, you know, of that. Like I was talking about, like the reason why I say he doesn't really match up with the other Gorosei, because he's usually quick to make judgment. Where the other Gorosei kind of talk about things, he's used to action, you know. And if you're usually the right hand man, what we've seen, the right hand mans of the crews are kind of used to action, you know. You're kind of like, you're in the front lines either with the captain or without the captain. You're in the front lines. Well, the captain can do whatever, but you're usually the ones handling all the business. So
yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was saying, it kind of makes sense because, like, for instance, they have him pretty much is the executioner of other
Celestial Dragons.
Celestial Dragons. And pretty much that could be a position from the line, from the family. Like, since he took over, he said, since you were with me from this position, I need you here. Like, you're my, like, what he said, my second command. I need you. You're in a special position. I'm going to have other members, but every time I need your call, you're the one I can trust. And I could see that happening, and it just got passed down. Because we think maybe the Gorosei thought we're the only ones. No, it was the Gorosei in the Figarland part of it. Yeah, but he kept him on, like, you know, on a secret, like pretty much like Virgo. Like, he's like the Virgo to the side. Like, he trusts one of the people he trusts the most. But I have my guys here, like, you know, the hearts and, like, you know, the seats. That's the Gorosei. Then you have Virgo. Virgo's also my man on the side.
So my thinking of this, in the way that you're explaining it, is that if the Nerona family and the Figarland family were these top families back in the day, and then they have to maintain power, I could definitely see a situation where it's like you're saying, I'm going to promote the head of the Figarland family to be the dude who runs the Gods Knights, right? And then we'll promote probably the 5 best Gods Knights to be my Gorosei members, and then we're grooming, ironically, any potential new Gorosei members, in case we have to get rid of anybody, from that Gods Knights group. Yeah. So that's why Jupiter could have this thought process, because he might have been under Garling, even if this is all true, right? And we're having it in this way. If was under Garling directly, in the way that, ironically, Kaku and Lucci were early in the chapter, he could have that reverence for him already. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got promoted because this dude was my, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like, I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I like it. Because Oda clearly has put an onus on, like, these family names in recent chapters. The Neronas, the Figarlands. I can't say his name correctly. The Monkeys, whatever. The D-Clan members. Like, there's clearly some lineage, like, that play an important role. Like, they talk about in Game of Thrones and in Star Wars, like, this is all based off of the decisions of X amount of, like, these specific families. Like, it's the Lannisters versus the Starks. Or it's, I forget what their names were, the Skywalkers, you know what I'm saying?
White Walkers?
Skywalker.
Oh, my bad.
For Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, if we have a similar vibe here in One Piece, like, who has been running this family, running the entire world this entire time? And even beyond that, Doflamingo had the Don Quixote family. And in some way, he's trying to emulate 𝙃𝐸.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. I like it. I like it.
And I also think of, like, you know, of that aspect, 𝙃𝐸, going by his personality when he's shown, he wouldn't just throw anybody in the Gorosei. He wouldn't just take any name and just put it in my circle. Like, the Figarlands have to be something significant for him to put them, like, go in the execution of the Celestial Dragons and also a member of the Gorosei. That means the Figarland family have to be something that 𝙃𝐸 appreciates or respects or has some type of connection to for him to do that.
Yeah.
I like it, bro. I'm like really thinking of it. I'm rocking with it for real.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was thinking about it heavy Because I was like, yo, why is this so interesting? And you know what's crazy? I found that part more interesting than the actual Saturn passing away, which is crazy. Yeah. But I do have another theory for the Saturn passing away, but it wasn't clean. I didn't have enough connection. I'm not going to say what it is exactly, but I do like everything that Lawrence and Lionel said, and I think Lawrence kind of tied everything together. I really liked every aspect of what he said.
Chat seems to like your theory too. I put a poll up: yes, no, maybe, and about 80% are in the yes or maybe camp. So.
Yeah, I can't say the theory. It's not clean, bro. I'd rather come to you guys next week with it officially clean. Lawrence gave me a lot of good ideas, so I'm probably gonna install that into it too. And Lionel too gave me some ideas, so I gotta go back and cook up. But I'm not gonna just throw this theory out because it's gonna be so unclean. It's not gonna be clean. Yeah. But other than that, we had 2 big super chats.
Jeez.
Before we get into the final piece of the chapter, guys, please like the video if you haven't. We're gonna get into the final piece of the chapter. That's gonna be a juicy one too. But we're gonna do a couple super chats before we get to that. Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple big super chats sitting. We got 100 for my guy Strad. The mod, and he just came back with another 50. Oh my gosh. The first super chat is simply the legendary Nakama Fist. So as always, throw the Nakama Fist in the chat for our guy Strad. And the second 50 is, it says, well, you can have another 50 next week then. Rude. Oh, my God. But thank you so much, Strad, for all that you do. We did get another 50 from Young Bull Trent. It says, hey, guys, I just wanted to say I'm glad I made the podcast. And as always, glad to have everyone on the podcast. Thank you for your inspiration on me and my life. All the time building my channel so that one day maybe I can come on and talk and battle Larry.
Why me? Battle sad, bro.
Listen. I battled Broker recently, bro. It's your turn to battle somebody.
No.
All right, we did another 100.
Yo, JD, thank you so much. Yo, what the hell?
Como.
Yeah, you guys are going crazy.
This is JD's first super chat.
What?
Wow.
So
your first super chat. You're doing. Yo, God bless you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Crazy.
JD says, "Hey y'all, greetings from Brazil.
Brazil.
First time seeing a live stream. What?
This is crazy.
Love y'all so much. Quick theory you may have considered already. I don't think the Gorosei have met or seen Joy Boy or his crew, or are possibly not from the Void Century since they don't recognize Emmett.
Ooh.
It's possible. They could all just have this information the way Vegapunk shares data, right? Mm-hmm. Is it possible Imu's sharing his knowledge of this stuff to them?
Wait.
No, that's a good point out.
They did say they didn't recognize him? Because I think...
I gotta look back.
I gotta go back, man.
I gotta look back.
I gotta
look back. I'm not sure.
Because I'm thinking the only thing is all right, did they think it was just a robot that they could just use? Or was because they kind of... I'm trying to think. Because I don't feel like...
No, when Saint Workery and Saint Jupiter, they saw Emmett. Were they shocked by yo, is that the robot?
They didn't say his name. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they probably wouldn't know his name. But he's conscious. Yeah. He's a being at this point. Yeah, he's conscious.
Yeah.
So it's were there multiple robots like that?
Yeah.
But he was part of Joy Boy's crew, from what it looks like. So
I'll say this: Kaido wouldn't know who Chopper is.
No, but I get you.
I'm gonna just be real.
I get you.
I'm gonna be real with you. He knew who Sanji was, right?
Crazy,
I get you, but they talking about Emmett speaking to Jobe, but we just know that was the voice of all things. If the Gorosei don't have the voice of all things, they wouldn't know how to communicate with Emmett at all. They wouldn't get his name, they wouldn't know his purpose. They just think it's a mindless walking robot.
I wonder, bro. That's a good point out. We would have to research.
Yeah.
We'd have to look back.
That's a very interesting thought process, though, man. Yeah. Thank you for that to be your first super chat. It's because
you're
stumped, low-key.
Yeah, that was crazy. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Brazil. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We a couple super chats back. I don't know how much.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple super chats. We're probably gonna do 10 minutes of super chat, and then we're gonna go back into the chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got 2 from way back from Cuddy Flam. It says Yamato's cover story or the Davy Back games. What's worse? To me, it's still Yamato's cover story.
Just give me the Yamato's cover story.
It's shorter.
I never want. I never want to go to Davy Back.
There are highs in that arc.
Yeah.
That Yamato's cover story has not reached in the slightest. We did another 20 gifted memberships.
Thank you
From Mario Mario Pog. Thank you so
Yo,
much.
thank you so
Thank you,
much. Yo,
Y'all
everybody,
going
throw the
crazy today.
knock 'em a fist in the chat. Say thank you. Thank you, Mario.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Big 20 gifted.
Y'all going crazy today. Another 10 from Toxic Taste. Question for y'all. If you could add one other scientist to Mads, who would you add, and who do you think that would affect the group? I'm adding Hiruluk to see how long it takes for them to realize he's a quack. I guess you're saying within the story of One Piece specifically.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of like Bulma or something.
Dude, if we're adding scientists, I mean, if we're just choosing Andy Anderson, that one from Manel's cover story, the one that made the Amadas.
Automatas.
Yeah, Automatas, yeah.
You're low key and now.
They were saying that might have been, there's a theory that it might have been Vegapunk's grandfather.
Right, yeah.
I'll be honest, bro. Add the chick, Chopper's mom.
Dr. Corral?
Yeah, Dr. Correa. Add her.
She'll be scrapping like all of them.
Listen, bro. She knows, bro. And she got D knowledge. She's great at her work.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name, so I ain't gonna say it. Another 5 from Strahd. It says, "You won't like where the supercharger converter goes, Seb. Such power requires a direct feed."
He's talking about the when the Seraphim were charging up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Strahd. Another 2 months at Nakama status from Quiggle D Puff. It says, "Dang, I'm late. Just on time, man. Just on time." Another 12 euros from Don Pablo. It says, "Yo, what do y'all think about the current state of Dragon Ball?" That is a Larry question. "Crazy to think how Oda can keep one coherent story going for so long with so little setbacks. Last chapter was sick. Love the show, lads."
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if you guys are all caught up with Dragon Ball's recent stuff,
I am.
but
Talking about Dragon Ball Super and stuff?
Yeah.
and that was Don's first super chat, so thank you.
Thank you.
Dragon Ball is one of those special places where like the story anybody could take on. There's not a lot of, I would say, cohesion or like a lot of story that's waiting to be told. Like everything is fresh and new and you could just keep creating. I just don't know if like the right thing to do is to keep Dragon Ball alive at this point. I think that Dragon Ball Heroes has definitely made a negative impact on the community because it's allowed so much what if moments that like nothing seems serious. And Dragon Ball Super, it's made by Toyotaro essentially with the help of Toriyama, but he never like did it justice to where like it made sense. I was actually watching a TikTok video earlier today where it was Goku versus Vegeta for the second time, and the supreme cry is like, "Yo, y'all need to chill because Boo's about to be revived." And like Vegeta's like, "I don't care." And then Goku's like, "Yo, stop calling me a clown." And then they're like going back and forth, and I just felt the seriousness of that moment. It happened in Dragon Ball Z all the time. Like Vegeta's sacrifice, asking Piccolo if in the other world he'll be going to heaven or hell, and then Piccolo's like, "Yo, you unfortunately were a bad person in your life." You don't get that in Super. You don't get that at all. You don't get that in Dragon Ball Heroes. And I think that the love and consideration and the full magnitude of what made Dragon Ball Z essential and special and Dragon Ball special lacks so heavily in Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Heroes and especially Dragon Ball Super. It seems like it's too much of a kid show now.
Yeah.
Like there's really no blood in it. People don't lose arms. It just seems like there's no consequences. Even when we had consequences in Z, we knew that Dragon Balls existed. But we also knew that like when that did exist, there were still real consequences behind it.
Yeah.
And you just never feel that anymore. So unless somebody comes out with a story where they dedicate it and they create this amazing story where like stakes are real, Dragon Ball should never come back. It should be over.
That's real.
Yeah.
I hope that satisfied your
But
question.
the
Don.
GT ending of GT was by far the best ending ever, like one of the best endings ever for anime.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Another 2 from Strahd. It says, "Dang, Leo, where the Jordans at? Come on, man."
Yo, my bad I went on for so long.
Nah, I feel like it was
Yeah.
Another 5 from Debito. It says, since Larry is forcing me to donate, here
Oh
you
my
are.
god. I was not forcing.
They're hilarious.
Lawrence makes one comment and I go, yo, it's because of this. Everybody's like, yo, donate now.
It says, if you have seen the latest episode, Emu has a Burger King minimum wage energy to his voice. I don't know what that means. I guess
We're gonna know. We're gonna know next episode.
Oh
my god. Saucy with another $50 super chat.
Thank you.
Jesus, bro.
Wow, thank you.
Yo, the big super chats we gotta call out because they're crazy.
Yeah,
He says what? AFK for like 15 minutes and just got back. But since y'all on DBZ topic, what's your favorite arc in DBZ? Unless y'all already had that conversation. For me personally, it's the Saiyan arc with the fire emoji. Thank you so much, One. You guys are just sending crazy amounts. We appreciate you deeply. Pause. That sounded crazy. For me, oh man. There's a special love for the Frieza arc.
Mm-hmm.
It just went on forever.
Oh my goodness.
It really went on forever. But there was nothing like the accumulation of all of Dragon Ball, because I did watch it, and the Frieza arc paying it off. Like, that felt like that's where Dragon Ball Z was supposed to end. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I do love it. It was so many good moments. Gohan, amazing. But I think Dragon Ball Z is at its best with the Cell Saga. Mm-hmm. With the Cell Saga paid off everything possible, and it made time travel cool.
You were killing me when you kept saying arc just now. It's Saga. Alright? OG Dragon Ball, man.
Sorry, my bad,
It is sagas,
yeah,
right?
my bad.
No arcs in Dragon Ball. It's sagas. Do y'all have an answer?
Honestly, it's it's in like bits and parts.
Yeah.
For the Frieza arc, I don't know why I liked it when Vegeta was out here battling like all the Frieza's men.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
We're twinning right now, but I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I like that he acknowledged he's twitting.
No, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah. So I like the Saiyan arc, but like after edits. and I liked when
I'm Raditz.
The alternate DBZ made that
my
so epic, bro.
Don't extend your hand to me.
Don't extend your hand to me.
Don't extend your hand.
Yeah, and then so it was like the Saiyan act after edits, and then Vegeta battling all of Frieza's men by himself and trying to do stuff. And then after, to me, towards the end of the Buu arc, like
Vegeta and Goku versus Kid Buu.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yo, y'all are crazy. We got
But you didn't say, hold on, you didn't say yours.
Man. Dang.
Oh my goodness.
They're going off right now.
Dang, I really don't have an answer.
Bro, you always say the Cell Saga, bro.
I have, but that's...
That was like when Trunks came through with the crop top jacket.
It's between Cell Saga and the Frieza Saga. I'm going to go with Cell Saga just because it is the one I choose more often, and I do, for whatever reason, loop in the movie with that arc in my mind.
Okay.
Like, that's a part of the arc.
With the history of Trunks?
Yeah. Like, I looped that one-arm Gohan into that.
Oh my goodness.
That's my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie,
yeah.
and to me, it's like canonized and it's part of that arc.
Favorite Gohan.
It shouldn't
Besides
be,
T.
but it is. So it gets that unnecessary like bump.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just the straight up story itself, I think I like the Frieza Saga better. And I think I like the Saiyan Saga better too. Nah, not even playing.
I mean, Saiyan Saga,
Saiyan Saga was crazy.
Like 3 people died off rip.
Saiyan Saga was crazy.
Yeah.
Stakes were really there, and like
I think, you know what's crazy? Sometimes I look back at Dragon Ball and I'm like, yo, when I first started watching Dragon Ball, it was literally when Majin Buu was fighting Vegeta, right? And I kind of saw like Goku versus Vegeta at that point, and I thought that fight was amazing. But then I go and I'm like, yo, I love coordinated like fights. I love the choreograph of it. It was real stakes. And then Vegeta at the end, you know, it was perfect. But then I went back to the first fight, and I'm like, yo, even though this lacks a lot of fighting, essentially, there was so much more like, I don't know how to put it. There was so much more greatness in that first fight that you don't get in the second one too much.
Talking about Vegeta versus Goku 1.
Yeah.
Put it this way, I've gone back and watched that fight more recently than any other fight in Dragon Ball history. I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
I absolutely love that fight.
Yeah, it was great.
So.
It was super great. Yeah.
We did get another $50 super chat.
Yo, guys, thank you so much. What is going on?
From Noel for life.
Noel for life, bro.
Thank you.
It says, please go to my 2 super chat. get to my 2 super chat.
We're trying. You're getting all these big ones.
We're trying. I'm not
Thank
sure
you
where
so
are.
much. You guys are crazy. Big 50.
Big 50s, bro. And another
Oh my-
$50 super chat from Fatty GS. It says, Cell is black Air Force energy and light skin at the same time. Why is that so accurate?
Yo, bro, you guys gotta go and watch 4-star. Like, you gotta watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Watch the Cell Saga. Just watch the Cell Saga. Bro, it is hilarious how they made Cell, bro. It's literally perfect. It's literally perfect how they made him.
Even more perfect.
Yo, he's so funny. All right, let's get to the other super chats, and then we'll go into the last part of the chapter in 5 minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my place, bro. All right, here we go. We got another 8 from Max Brown. It says, what do you guys think the main theme of 𝙁𝐵𝐽 arc will be? I think it will be hockey training for the whole crew. What it means to be a brave warrior of the sea, I think is going to be the biggest focal point as far as the themes go.
I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this. But y'all saying it's hockey training, we haven't seen one giant use any type of... so, I don't know where y'all get this hockey from, but...
I have no idea. I think it's going to mainly be focused around Loki.
Yeah.
I think Loki's going to have a huge part in exposition.
I think what it means to be a great pirate, because this is probably the arc where Luffy returns the hat, like what it means to be a brave warrior, what it means to be a great pirate. I think those are going to be the focal parts of the themes of 𝙁𝐵𝐽. How Loki and them play a role in that, the Giants play a role in that, I'm not sure. That's up to Oda to figure out. But I think that should be the precipice of what we're talking about in the arc.
Hopefully.
Yeah, to me, I feel like 𝙁𝐵𝐽 is probably just going to be like a heavier version of what Zoe was.
Yeah.
But you're going to elaborate a lot more. That's my view is.
We got another 10 from Noel for life. So we finally got here, Noel. It says, I don't think the Gorosei have devil fruits. That's Emu's power. That's why I think Figarland will have a wolf power Emu will give him because his hair resembles a moon. There's also some lore behind him being Shanks' dad, potentially, that ties into that Fenrir stuff.
Yeah.
You'd have to look it up, though. I'm not too versed in it. We got another 5 from Lance Schultz. It says, another week, another chapter, and here I am still contemplating a grilled cheese platter.
Yeah, you gotta stop, bro.
Love the podcast, guys. Keep it up. Hashtag Shanks is a bum. Hashtag Sanji gang. Wow. Wow.
That is crazy.
Wow. Okay. Another 5 from Jeremy Lawrence. It says, if one Straw Hat would trade on Luffy, who would it be? I guess they mean betray Luffy?
Would trade on Luffy?
I think, yeah.
I can't see any of them doing that.
Usopp.
Oh, my God.
He already did it. They do it once, they could do it again.
Another 5 from Malcolm Payne says, hey, Larry, do you think Cavendish and Emu, a part demon race, make the related by blood based on the new episode? What did we miss in this episode?
I don't know. We should have
watched
We probably
it.
should have just watched this episode. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know.
Did Emu smile like a
Yeah.
bandage or something?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
It's probably because of the eyes. That's really what it is. It's probably the eyes.
That was Malcolm's first super chat.
Yes, thank you, Malcolm.
Sorry.
Sorry you waited so long.
We don't really watch the anime like that.
Yeah.
We'll tune in next week. Hopefully we'll have watched that other episode too. We got another 5 from Big B Stay Low. It says, based off Garling, this chapter, should God's Knights be at least Gorosei level or slightly under? I would still say they're under.
Yeah.
Garling is probably a special case, is probably the leader ahead of that group. I'd still say they're under.
Under Admiral for me.
Another 5, Canadian from Gila Free. It says, my theory for 𝙁𝐵𝐽 is Usopp throwing down with Yasopp on site and causing a bad scene. That would be dope.
That's not gonna happen.
It's probably not gonna happen, but I'll be with it.
He gonna be like, Daddy!
He kind of low-key showed that he respects his dad.
Yeah.
Where the milk at?
Want my chocolate? No, I'm kidding.
Another 5 from King Nate. It says, man marked by flames is a Gorosei who survived what Emu did to Saturn is my immediate thought. That was my thought too. I said earlier, they shot it down a little bit though.
Yeah.
Another 5.
Wait, did you hit the yellow one?
Oh no, I didn't. We got another 10 from Carlos Avila. It says, no way Emu just Thanos snapped Saturn. Hashtag best book club. Hashtag LLL. Larry's luscious lips.
I'm uncomfortable.
Hashtag buggy gang. Number 5 from Strahd. It says, okay, it's Emu on a throne. I'm suckling it.
What?
Dang, let me get my dang. I'm mental noting this.
What?
I don't even know what just happened.
Let's try one.
I don't understand.
Another 5 months at Nakama status from 𝙏𝙀𝙪𝙀. It says, greed was a downfall of Saturn and Vegapunk. Curiosity more than greed per se, but
Curiosity killed the cat.
Another 2 from Straw Hat Squirrel, anime-based plus trivia game following a punishment wheel. What? Who you punishing, bro?
Yeah. What BDSM are you in?
What you talking about, man? Who you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Another,
We gotta get Marv to get that soundbite.
Yeah, we do.
Shout out to the Trim Show. Another 35 New Zealand dollars from T-Dot. It says, what a chapter. To me, this really felt like the start of the final saga. Love from New Zealand.
Oh, I love New Zealand.
Stay barking, Larry. Stay cute, Seb.
I'm so glad Marv switched the camera. he did it at the perfect time too.
Oh man, he got you?
Nah, he didn't get it. Nah,
dang.
he switched the camera.
Dang.
You could probably see my hand a little bit.
And the twins, can y'all have a fight, please? My question for the day is, which Gorosei member has the best drip? I actually like Garling's drip before the suit a little bit.
Yeah.
Better. They're all kind of just wearing suits, and I like suits. But,
Except for Venus.
I don't know.
Venus.
Isn't
Venus
it?
Juro.
Oh, Venus Juro.
Nathan.
Their names are so convoluted, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's do 2 more super chats and then we're gonna finish the chapter because we've been on this for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Another 5 from DJ Stanley. It says, in One Piece Film Red, the elders confirm that Shanks has Figarland blood. Canon? I would say you could probably take that as canon for now.
So me and Seb went to the premiere of One Piece Film Red in New York. And when we went there was a special amount of people that went to see it, that were allowed to see it. And the anime director was there. And Oda has told him the end of One Piece. And there was a question at the end where they were like talking to some like an interviewer. And they were discussing some of the aspects of the film and the anime. And I think somebody yelled out, like, is Shanks a Figarland? Like, who is Shanks? Where does he come from? And then the guy was like, well, we can't tell you that. But the Figarland aspect of it was always considered a little canon, I would say. But that's what it seemed like when we were talking, like, the anime director after the movie was done.
Yeah, they were doing a Q&A, and he gave off that vibe.
Yeah.
That you can expect Shanks to be a Figarland.
Yeah.
But good times.
Yeah.
I'll just do the last one. 2 from Project Iceman. It says, Imu is giving off Kibitsuji Muzan vibes for real. For those of y'all that don't know, that's the main guy who looks like Michael Jackson from Demon Slayer. Kind of in line with the other stuff I said about people gaining powers from some other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
All
you're
right.
biting, bro.
Guys, we're going to get back into super chats. We're going to finish them out.
The next one's from Noel for life.
We're gonna do the chapter, the final piece of the chapter. We're gonna do the rest of the super chats, and then we're gonna take Discord phone calls. Marv is giving us an extra 30 minutes from an episode we couldn't finish out. So that extra 30 minutes is gonna be tacked on to today. So the show's gonna be going until 9:30. Okay. So if you want to call in and you want to speak to us, jump into our Discord right now and the top waiting call room. Call waiting room, I think that's what it's called. So wait in there and then we'll link up with you guys. But right now, please like the video if you haven't already. And thank you so much for everything you guys have been doing today. This is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. So thank you. All right, end of the chapter. We have punk records within the upper atmosphere. Shaka, Atlas, Edison, and Pythagoras talk amongst each other. They are indeed not dead. They're upset that they didn't steal the Labo Phase 2. York happened to block them from it. They do mention that even though York doesn't have the punk records in her possession, she can still access it from anywhere. Since they have no funds or materials, they can't invent or develop anything. So they decide to float to a friend. Edison is shown putting on parts of every Vegapunk satellite besides York together, and he looks kind of stupid. Atlas tells him to throw away all of York's parts. Then Edison calls Herodes on with Aria. He responds with, I thought you had passed away. Then we go to Kamabaka Queendom. Koala explains that there was a war during the Void Century that no one knows about, and the use of ancient technology, such as the ancient weapons, during that war sunk the world 200 meters into the sea. Whoever finds the One Piece will have access to those weapons. The Celestial Dragons living at the highest point and the 4 wolf bridges going back 700 years ago now hold a whole new meaning. Dragon on the edge of the island says that the problem with Vegapunk's message is that everyone will be preparing for the disaster and it won't be peaceful. This demands a swift resolution before the world fights for safe ground. So, what did you guys think about the end of the chapter? And we'll start with Law.
Okay, so for the Vegapunks in this cloud thingy, right? Because now it's like it's just a mass of information. Because that's basically saying we can't invent, we can't do a lot of things. All we have is all this knowledge that we accumulated over the years, right? That he says, like, until we could give it to, like, in a way, like the people, so to speak, right? He says, well, all we can do is, like, we go to a friend. And the friend seems to me, what they're choosing is where Nami was for the past 2 years on Weatheria, right? And that's interesting because we already saw the technology on Weatheria was crazy with their cloud. So, to me, I wonder if there's going to be in a way where they could, with their technology and with what all the Vegapunk's mind and with all the information here, they're going to use this in a way to give this information to all the people, like on the cloud. I don't know exactly how they would do it yet, but that's what I thought of. Like they're going to use this in a way to, and how they would spread it all over the world, not really sure. But the cloud thing is the best way because they could kind of float anywhere, you know. So I'll touch on that. And the truth is, I didn't even piece it together fully on about how part of the One Piece prize or treasure is like you have the power of. It makes it seem like you have power of all the ancient weapons. Have you noticed that? You know, I don't know. Because it's weird because they already show that the Gorosei or Emu has one, right? But they're saying here that if you go to Laugh Tale, right, you'll have the power of it, right? But which one? They never because we already know that if the Gorosei have one, and Poseidon's one, and we know where that is, and we know where that one is, what ancient weapon one are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Mm. But they're saying that you have the power of it, and kind of like the same one that they used way back then. So that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. That's why I always kind of separated Laugh Tale and the ancient weapons. It's like they had them, but they're not there. But the way they're saying it here, that you kind of have access to them once you become Pirate King. You'll be able to utilize it. How? When they're all separate, then one's a person, 2 hasn't been built yet, or it is built, or the plans of it, is there, and 1, your enemy has it. So how does the Laugh Tale give you access to it? I always thought that was interesting. Like, what's there?
I have interesting, not theory, but like just to answer that question a little bit. We watched Soul-Eater. I've watched Soul-Eater recently. I love Soul-Eater. It's like one of my faves. Except for the ending.
Ending's so bad.
They have a guy called 𝙂𝐴BAN. And 𝙂𝐴BAN was like a Vegapunk like being within that verse. And Death was his boy. And 𝙂𝐴BAN made all these crazy creations. And he made like a morality changing machine that would enhance fear throughout the world and cause madness. Or he can do such as like peace or confidence, anything that just sprung morality, right? Mm-hmm. But then he also had this one device, which was a box. And this box, if you used it, anything you wished to do, it would grant you that and become it. So the only way you could access it was through a key. And this key necessarily would not work for anybody. It would have to deem what you're doing worthy. You would have to know that what you're doing, you're worthy of it. You have to know that you'll cause destruction throughout the world, or you'll create peace, or whatever you're going to do. Just know that it comes with some type of consequence. So the key ended up being 𝙂𝐴BAN himself. He changed himself into the key. So what I'm saying right now is maybe when you do discover the One Piece, you do gain some type of information that allows you to access the ancient weapons in a way that nobody else can. And I think in this aspect, if Joy Boy's from the ancient kingdom, then maybe Joy Boy is that key because Joy Boy gets along with Poseidon. They're directly connected in some way, right? Joy Boy is probably going to be connected to the ancient shipwrights of Water 7 because they were probably a part of the ancient kingdom, or he probably showed them like, hey, this is what I want you guys to do. Like there has to be something with Joy Boy necessarily that even Hephaestus and Mount Weathria and the Skypeans, who I theorize are the inventors of Uranus, the ancient weapon, there has to be something there too, right? So I think it's interesting that I just watched 𝙀𝙀 and is coming up. So I can see how like your thought process of how these are so accessible just by figuring out the One Piece is. Yeah. Maybe it tells you like, yo, this is actually what you need in order to do this.
I don't even think it's pushback. My only other additional question is Roger still said like the prevailing thought there was we were too early. Is that simply because Shirahoshi was too young?
Shirahoshi wasn't alive.
She wasn't alive yet, right?
Yeah.
So it's like say you can access all these ancient weapons via this key or something, but like it would have to be alive. You know what I mean? And it's not, or something of that nature. Like that would make sense. It's just like,
but also
you got to count. You have to like factor in what Roger saw and what prevented him from.
Well, the Nika fruit wasn't around either.
Well, the fruit was probably around. You know what I'm saying?
They just couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
But they knew it had probably come back when Shirahoshi came back.
And it probably has to be awakened for it to even work as well.
Yeah, because the fruit didn't come back until Shirahoshi was alive. Because Shirahoshi, I think, is what, 15 or 17? Something like that?
17.
I think
Luffy ate the fruit when he was, what, 7 or 8, Lionel? Do you remember?
He was 7.
He was 7? So if she turns out, because Luffy right now is 19. So that means he would have eaten it 12 years ago or like around that time.
Yeah.
She's 16.
She's 16, yeah. So they're around the same age when they both came to be. Because from Queen Orihime during Fisherman Island, she said literally they exist with one another.
Yeah, I don't know. I try not to think too hard on.
Yeah, we're just shooting off ideas.
Yeah,
we're just shooting off ideas. No, I get it.
Okay. Right, and then I said that.
My bad, Lawrence, for taking so long.
No, you're good. I appreciate the feedback. So then now, right, and it goes into like, I didn't even really, do we know this information about, because we know they're constructing something, but this 700-year enslavement thing of all these different
we knew about one bridge.
Right.
We knew about Tequila Wolf. Where was Tequila Wolf again? Was it?
I don't know if they said if it was in a specific blue or station or like whether what section of the world, but like we just knew that it was a giant thing that was
Let me check.
built.
We have smartphones.
Because Robin was there, right?
Yeah, Robin was there.
She got moved to, I don't know if it was West Blue or what, but...
Because, like, I'm thinking, too, because, like, they're doing this, they're building these bridges, right?
But it's in the East Blue, by the way.
Okay. Because I'm looking at where are these bridges connecting to? Because are the people planning, are you planning on living on bridges? And also, too, they're bringing them high, but where are they connected to, as in the land-wise? You would have to elevate the land high enough to support the bridges, or it's just going to be a bridge that's just floating where everything around it is sunken too. So I was trying to math out, like, all right, yeah, they're putting because the Gorosei chose all the Settracken chose to live. As soon as that happened, they chose to live on top of Mary Jo, on top of the Grand Line, and then they're building these bridges for the past 700 years. So shortly after they came into power, like 100 years later, or they got the manpower, they start constructing. You know, but so it's obviously to their agenda. But where are the bridges going to? Where's the land to match up where it is? You know, and I guess Oda is going to reveal that later. But it has to make sense because I doubt all these bridges connect to Mary Jo. That's what I'm trying to say.
It could though.
You think that's the whole time that's what they're doing?
I don't think they're that tall, bro.
No, they are that tall.
They're not that tall.
They've been building these for 700 years, bro.
Yo, I don't think they're that tall, bro.
Yo, they really are. Though.
Mary Jo, like the red line is insane.
What you know what
I'm saying?
You know what it is? What I'm saying is like these bridges were being built during the Void Century. So whatever has happened during the Void Century, the elevation level's already elevated, right, for the sea. These bridges were being built already. So there's one in East Blue. We have to assume that the other 3 are in the rest of the blues. They have to. The only people that can construct those bridges during that time would have to have been the world government during that point in time. So the Celestial Dragons probably were like, yo, the world's sinking. We need to put this around so we can travel, obviously. And for whatever reason, it's, that's why they're being built still. They haven't finished because they're so big, because they're so long.
Yo, but they're nowhere near Mary Jo tall, bro. Like they just physically aren't. Like, we were on the top of one, you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's
I
just
get it.
high. Like Mary Jo is way at the top of the red line. The red line is like,
Yeah.
it's like 7 Zunishas on top of each other. Like,
But
it's all
I was going to throw out the idea, and I'm sorry I keep interrupting, Lawrence.
You're good.
I was thinking that some of this technology might include C-Train tech.
That would be crazy. The bridge is that high, but also like goes
Yeah,
along with
that's what I was thinking. Like it could hold some of that technology in there, bro.
I also thought of a little bit of the Germa too. How the Germa could break apart and go anywhere and they move around. If the bridge could break apart and move.
I don't know if it's doing that because these are like regular people building this.
Okay.
I don't know if it. I mean, it's a cool idea though, but these are like actual bridges where like they're putting stone on top of stone. Like these are not like, because what that was the snails.
Yeah.
Where these
They
are not
broke apart
like
and
these are not
reconnect.
living things. These are just big structures. This is probably one of the most interesting piece of the chapter, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like 4. It's 4
Yeah.
at least because Ivankov named 4, so it could be more, but at the very least, it's at least 4 huge mega structures or bridges.
My thought process was like, how do they get this over the comm belt? Right?
can't follow it,
Like
bro.
because they eventually have to get this over the comm belt. Am I wrong?
I also thought of probably that's maybe one of the reasons why they also wanted Joy Boy's fruit, because he could probably stretch the bridge even longer.
Just to hurry up it.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense to expedite it. It's interesting because we necessarily don't know who built this. It could even be from the ancient kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they figured out like, a railway to pass all islands and every sea is easier.
To me, it sounds like some lost element of history has been given to the people that started this, and like they passed like, oh, we need to build this because one day the world will flood again. The same way that Water 7, they've been building on top of itself because it keeps getting flooded by the Aqua Laguna every couple years. It's like years have passed. Like, obviously there was a flood. In case there is another flood, we got to build, and we don't have the luxury of going up to Mary Jo. We're not the celestial dragons. We got to fend for ourselves. This is the people who got that information on some level, passing it down to the histories, and through generations. Like, you have to build it. Whether the reasoning has been lost over time, whatever, because it's been so many years. But like, this is in their culture. We have to build this. We have to build this. We have to build this. I guess. We keep getting kind of Lawrence.
Yeah, I know, but it's because Lawrence is saying things and it's just sparking my brain. He's been doing it the whole episode.
I get people to think, man. No,
I'm not gonna have anything to say after this. It's Lawrence's fault.
All right, so then I guess to sum up, my thing is I think I want to add more things. There's a few things I'll say more because I thought it was interesting when I'm putting this all together is because at first, like, I have a different attitude towards with all this information coming out towards the Gorosei. I kind of felt like, because you all know that, right? The Lunarians, right, sat on top of the Grand Line. They ran the Red Line first, right? And they were viewed as gods or whatever, right? These strong ones. And then I always felt like because they wanted that title. It was also usually people always think if you're a god, you're supposed to be up, right? So I kind of thought that was their thought first to get rid of these people. No, we are the so-called gods of the One Piece. We sit up here and kick them out, took them over. But now we hear it's like more of protection, right? Because I'm thinking about here, do they not know of the Sky Islands? The islands that people living on clouds. Wouldn't that be like a better option for you? To be one, you're above other people. You could go anywhere, right? And like kind of you could travel, you could go anywhere, and then you're on the clouds, something like the Gospel. So I want to know is why they chose the Red Line. But now it goes into like the bridge structure, right? What is the purpose of the bridges, right? Linking you to because the reason I'm trying to get to is like only what Ivankov said. He tied them being structures as kind of part of what the Ancient Kingdom, of what the world government is behind it. That they're doing this because of the rising, and that's where they chose to stay there. But I always thought of, what about the clouds? I feel like that would be a better option for you because of how you are. But I see like they chose it for a reason. Maybe it's more stable, but mainly we know that they went there for, in a way, protection. You know, so I just thought that was very interesting. But that's my last topic on that. So, and the next thing is like going back to Dragon now, is I always just curious with this new information, where does this leave you with One Piece and your son, right, and all the other pirates, right? Because I always said it before. Now, with everything going on with this information that you're learning here, it's not only do you have to go against the world government, that's your main target, but you kind of have to achieve the piece you want and to a short piece, you kind of have to go after the One Piece, right? And I also like, because remember, he also said when Luffy became a pirate, being a pirate is fine. Like he kind of agreed, like, yes, do that, achieve your dream. But now your son is in a way affecting what you're trying to do. And he doesn't know his son too well, but he knows like whatever. But now for Dragons of it, do you stop your son from going into One Piece? Do you go after yourself? You know, do you leave it into your son? Says, yeah, whatever my son's gonna do is gonna be aligned with what I want to do, right? Because before they're kind of like separate, like to be free. As long as you weren't a Marine like our father, you know, like Garp, you know, being a pirate's fine. But now in a way, this can be in opposition to what you're trying to do. Do you act now? Because the reason I say this, because he just saying that you need a switch, because Dragon is for the people, right? Right now, the situation, he's thinking about the future chaos of what Vegapunk's message did. He said, there's a problem here, Vegapunk. Yeah, you let people know, but now you alert them to this issue right here of where now, since things are rising, that limits where you could live. That also limits food, shelter. It limits a lot of what people can survive on, you know? And then there's also, not just that, there's another one coming. It's going to rise even more, right? So Dragon's like, yo, before this goes into a chaos thing, because we already know there's going to be a giant war too, but that's just mainly pirates and people going after One Piece. But Dragon's seeing the bigger picture as in the whole world, even civilians, are going to be in this war, fighting for their life, fighting for survival. They're going to attack anything and anyone to make sure they survive. Because when you get into a panic mode, people are just going to think for themselves, you know? As long as I survive here. So basically the whole world, in a way, is going to become pirates. Either going after the One Piece or just fighting for their survival, you know? So they're going to be pillaging, taking over territory to make sure they survive. So this is what Dragon's seeing here. And now he's saying that the One Piece, right, might be the solution, right here. So now I wonder where that leaves Dragon and how he acts towards things. You know, what does he do with Luffy and that goal? And like, I think that's going to be very interesting.
No, that's well said. No, for sure. I had like 5 things to comment again, and I didn't want to interrupt you. I really didn't.
I'm done now.
No, because that was crazy. All right, I'm just going to say it real quick. Yeah. The reason why I think that the Celestial Dragons picked the red line is the same reason why Herodes from Witheria said they live on that Sky Island, but ultimately they still have to come down for resources.
Right.
And I think that's a large part as to why the moon was so inhabitable for the angel people, because there's no resources there, right? They had to come down to the blue sea. They had to look for resources. They had to eat. Maybe the moon was, full of life at one point, and maybe it just tarnished over time, right? So I think that the Celestial Dragons was like, yo, we can't live on Sky Island. We don't have the technology probably to even get there, because we don't have any Lunarians that, we made them extinct, basically. We don't have any Skypeans because they don't exist anymore. And then the, what is the people that Anel is again? I forgot.
Birkins?
Birkins, yes. The Birkins aren't here to give us their weather technology because they probably created Uranus. So they're like, yo, we're stuck. So now we just have to live on the red line and go down because it's easier than living on a Sky Island. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why they chose that spot in the first place.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because ultimately, look what's happening right now. They don't have resources, and they're struggling.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they also built the wolf bridges. It's because that's an easier way to get everything from every island and then just bring it right back to the red line.
Right.
Because it goes through all the blues. Mm-hmm. So, but my bad.
No, that makes sense.
All right, Seb.
Oh, I actually don't have much more to say than what Lauren said. I had similar thought processes. So I'll have my little mini rant, I suppose. about the Vegapunk development.
Okay.
So to me, while it is cool that we have this like cloud storage information thing that's gonna exist for hundreds of years about basically, you know, the future of the One Piece world is here. If we ever get this prequel or sequel to One Piece, like I would assume this is a major role in it, this information thing. I don't like the fact that the other Vegapunks are alive. I don't. I straight up don't. I think y'all saw me. I was gushing. I was happy as hell that we had, like I said, York for the bad guys, Lilith for the good guys.
Yeah.
I don't like. What role do they play? You know what I'm saying? Like we had this whole arc about what does death mean for a person like Vegapunk, and I thought it hit harder when it was like two different ones representing two different paths that Vegapunk can go down. You have like a whole smorgasbord of Vegapunk now that's like essentially the Vegapunk that we already experienced with all of them in one like this. And I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe because I didn't vibe with any of these specific Vegapunks too much over the time that I spent with them, but I didn't care for it. I didn't. I was like, yo, like, really only the Stella died then. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And, like, even that, like...
He's not gone.
He's not even gone. His consciousness, his existence, and the giant brain thing that's there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like... I already have complaints about deaths in One Piece. For us to be getting to this point, where, like, I created X amount of bodies, which I thought Oda was using as a way to highlight death, at least a little bit, added to it. And it's like, I can't even get concrete passings for Edison, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even get concrete passings for Atlas. Her arm's still out here. They're still able to communicate in this way. Now, it is interesting. I'm not going to say it's not interesting. I just didn't like it when I read it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. I get the development. I just don't like it. I did think it was funny. I didn't realize you admired my height so much. I thought it was funny. Them saying we don't want any York parts, I thought that was funny. But when I read it, I was just like, yo, man, like I could have been good without that, personally. But whatever. In regards to the revolutionaries and their role in this thing, I thought the same thing, but I didn't really think it for Dragon so much. I thought about it for Sabo. Because similarly to Kobe and his like, yo, Luffy, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop you in your dream. I don't think Dragon gives a damn about Luffy and his dream. I don't want to say Luffy and his dream, but he just wants Luffy to be free. Right? Sabo knows what Luffy's dream is. You know what I mean? To be king of the pirates. It's just my life's goal. And I'm trying to be this great pirate. I want to give the hat back to Shanks. He knows all of that. Right? Sabo knows what Luffy's actual dream is that we don't know. So it's like the same way Kobe had that, yo, Luffy, I have to stop you. Does Sabo have that thought process too now? Because obviously he thinks Luffy's a good person, but the world is at stake. I don't care about your pirate journey. For like, you know, like I'm gonna prioritize the world and what's happening in it and the lives of all these citizens over you trying to be the pirate king. So like, are they gonna go after the One Piece? I never thought that. Even when I got the image of all the major players in the final saga and it all comes down to who lays claim to the One Piece, I really never connected the revolutionary armies to going after the One Piece. I never did. But now, with this chapter, I'm thinking about it a little more. Because now it's ancient weapons are involved. Where whoever has that kind of power, maybe that allows us to actually topple the world government. Because as they are now, they can't do it. What they have right now, they don't have a chance in hell of actually toppling the world government that we see. But with an ancient weapon, something like Pluton, I don't know what that allows you to do, but maybe. And in these wars, I know Dragon isn't necessarily speaking to this, what I was just talking about, but in the wars to come, where people are fighting over resources and territory and land that are inhabitable, I thought that was interesting. I did love the callback to Tequila Wolf, because that's been around since forever. Like, you finally have some little more information on it that's canon, not just theory. But it had me thinking of other places that are like high up. Wano, Witheria, like we mentioned in this chapter. Mary Joa, obviously. Like, there's all the land that's elevated in some way has a premium on it now. because that's habitable now. If the world is sinking, there's going to be water rising to the top, we got to get up. And maybe we can't get all the way up to Mary Jo as a people, as a community or whatever. What are these other islands that we can get to? And it had me thinking about why Sabo might have not opened the borders up yet. You know? Because opening the borders...
You mean
of Wano.
Momonosuke?
Yeah, Momonosuke, I'm sorry. Why he didn't open the borders up of Wano, because, like, I don't know what was in Odin's book, but maybe it's part of this. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Momo's, like, reaction to what Vegapunk was saying, but we didn't really get any words from him or anything. So it's possible he knew a little bit of this already. And is why, I can't just open up Wano's borders because we're going to be seeing a war for this stuff. We can't just open it up right now. So my mind went to a bunch of places with that. As far as Dragon, I actually did like this piece of the chapter and him talking about it in this way. But like I said, Rob, I need more to be giving W's, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't no W to me. The food thing is a W. It's a little W. But him mentioning this thought process of like, yo, we got to be focused and we got to, the disasters are going to befall all these lands. Like, I don't see an actual game plan in place to protect these lands.
The only thing I think is this one is actually because we've seen Dragon sitting. I think he's trying to ride it, which I agree with you though too. Like we need to see more, but like his action saying that he's actually going to act now.
Yeah.
Before he's been doing things later on, those words kind of shows for call to action at the moment because like he's trying to prevent a future of what's going to happen between all the civilians taking each other out for being selfish or land or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say. I am excited to see where the Revolutionary Army goes from here. I still never chalked them up to being in like the final game for Raftel itself, but who knows?
Yeah.
Got me thinking about Zoe and Carrot because they high up too. But that's it for me.
All right, Lionel.
A lot has
I thought
been
it was
said,
Janisa
honestly.
drowning when it rides.
Put me drunk. No, I mean, a lot has been said already. On the Vegapunk aspect, I actually thought even like you might even get mad at this Sebastian that since they have spare parts, they could probably just make everybody's bodies again.
That's what I was saying too. I was
Yeah.
literally gonna say that, but you took it, so I don't have to say it no more.
So like that's what I thought. Like again, it's like the only object I see them playing. I mean, it's actually gonna be more like, but I'm going to what Lawrence was saying with them distributing it to the people because I know he said like. Because with this line right here, let's work together to manage this genius brain until the day humanity can arrange it themselves. And so that will take 500 years. That's what Shaka said. It's make the island clouds float type, whatever. So I guess like them progressing that moment is them going to Weatheria, because that's what as soon as they said that later on, they're calling this guy. To me, I feel like since the world government already is trying to like stop them from knowing certain parts of the history, like there are horrors and what Vegapunk's message, and pretty much Vegapunk in his mind that he read all that, so his mind, the Punk Records has all that information, and it leads to goes to the world government, which what they're trying to prevent. It looks like it's happening more and more. The only way I can see is like maybe everybody sees and figure out with the Vegapunks how they spread Punk Records, that everybody is able to get that knowledge. It's seeing how actual evil the world government possibly is. Maybe. Because, again, you said, the question is, are they really evil, are they really not? Because we don't know what happened, why the Vortex Century happened. No, they just had an action that caused the dimensional to the world that's flooding, but they also could have had a reason because what that kingdom was doing. It's just like, we could even be worse if we let that kingdom around. We don't know. But again, people have different views, like how Dragon said, because they they hear Vegapunk's message. People are gonna react regardless. Some people are gonna try to protect the world. Some people are gonna try to destroy it, or they're gonna go there. Everybody has their own agenda. So everybody hearing Vegapunk's message, they're gonna have a reaction to, like Lawrence says, there are gonna be more pirates out, like people acting like pirates, whether people are more protecting. Or trying to share, or let's all, it's not going to be in one piece. Let's all get together as a community and help save the world and build it to better. No, that's not going to happen. You already know it's going to be chaos before peace is going to happen because of what's going on. And I'm thinking maybe, And I don't know if them knowing this information would help it, because it's probably just make it worse. But also, it might go into the whole final wars. We might realize who the enemy is now. It's not the pirates, it's the world government. Or it could be, no, it's pirates and the world government, and we're signing with the revolutionaries. Like, it could go either way. Like, if this actually thing becomes a thing that everybody gets this knowledge of. Again, that's what Vegapunk wants. Vegapunk wants everybody to have this knowledge. He gave a little bit through his message, but now if everybody has what, in a way, Vegapunk's brain, as in all that knowledge, and he what Vegapunk knows. Again, they don't have the mind morality of certain people. Like, Dragon hears this, but Dragon looks like, for instance, like you said, Sabo has knowledge of Luffy's dream. But Sabo, like, we heard Kobe. Kobe doesn't know Luffy's dream, but he heard he heard the message, but he had a negative reaction towards it, as in, I want to stop Luffy. We don't know Sabo, since he knows Luffy's dream and knows Luffy as a person because that's his brother, he might not have the same aspect as Kobe because he knows, all right, Luffy's dream actually might benefit the world instead of being negative. The only thing is, Dragon most likely doesn't know. Mm-hmm. So we don't know Dragon's view on his son as in, again, he's, like you said, he's a pirate, he's free, but it's also, Luffy's freedom, does that cost to my goal and objective of making the world free? Because, like, that goes into selfishness. Like, Luffy's being selfish in a way, like, I want my son to be free, but is that free? I want my son to be free is costing the world. And that's what Dragon has to decide. And we don't know, again, it could conflict with each other, it could go hand in hand. It all depends on Dragon's view of Luffy and his dream, but also not just pirating Luffy's view of his dream, what it is. Because, like, people laugh, people get shocked, people get impressed. Like, we don't know this, but it has people have different emotions. Like, I think Nami even teared up or whatever, or that, like, they felt some type of way towards his dream. And some people also think it's childish that they laugh. So just, like, what does Dragon's view on it? And is he going to have a negative or a positive effect towards Luffy's dream and going to becoming him going after One Piece? Because I don't think Sabo told him. And I don't know if Dragon has to really hear it from Luffy, because he's not really been in his life. He wasn't there. Like, so, I mean, Dragon might find out, but it's just interesting on, like, what's going to happen in all this and who's playing a factor in these roles, and pretty much, again, Dragon's take on it. Because we think Dragon's going to have a major role. Because, again, Dragon's the one who's trying to change the world. Luffy doesn't care about changing the world. Maybe his dream might be similar to that. But, again, Luffy says, I'm not a hero, I'm a pirate. I just want to achieve my goal as become Pirate King and travel with my friends. Well, Dragon actually has an objective. So that's what it goes into, if Luffy's conflict to Dragon's goal, does that make Luffy and Dragon enemies? And that's what finds it interesting and we're waiting for.
Yeah, all right. That's yeah, I don't got anything to say. I said everything earlier, and you guys said a lot. Shout out to Dragon. That's it. I don't have anything. But guys, that is the end of the chapter. We're going to do super chats, and then we're going to take phone calls. For everybody that's just tuning in, you're tuning in a little bit late. We're going until 9:30 today. So shout out to Marv. Please get some W's in the chat for Marv. And yeah, so we're going to finish up the super chats. Then we're going to take Discord calls.
Sponsor.
We can't do it.
No sponsor? Right.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait.
All right, we got another 5 from Noel for Life. It says, I think Saturn died from old age after Emu took his power back. Hashtag Sanji Gang. Hashtag God Usopp conquers Haki.
I agree.
Same.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're not gonna spend too long on these super chats, guys. Yeah.
Another 5 from Jeremy Lawrence. It says, "What if Emu has a better version of Big Mom's fruit and gives a piece of his/her soul for power and immortality?"
Lionel said that earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another 5 from Hunch and Hose. It says, "Emu has I brought you into this world and I can take you out."
Yeah, that Black Mom energy.
Another 2 Canadian from V7 2021. Question, why Emu isn't following Luffy to Elbaf? Is she dumb?
I wouldn't say that makes Emu stupid.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Another 5 from PP McGee. It says, rate this theory I read. The One Piece is a time machine. Hate it already.
Hate it.
Luffy goes back and becomes Joy Boy.
No,
And
don't even read the rest.
Robin
Right.
writes the Poneglyphs detailing his story.
PB McGee knew what he was doing when he wrote this.
Says-
He's been in enough lives.
It's to me. Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we agree with it.
Yeah, we agree with you.
Yeah. We don't like it.
We got another $3.50 New Zealand dollars from T-Dot. It says, "Don't listen to chat, Lana. You were spitting facts. They were coming at you for yapping."
Oh, it was your, not this one, but it was the one before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Strahd. I support you, Seb. Thank you, Strahd.
L, thank you for becoming a Nakama member.
Thank you.
We got another 10 from Justin Holland. It says, "Yo, what's up, guys? Glad to catch the pod. Got a Blackbeard theory on how he gets the devil fruits. What if he never sleeps because he can lucid dream devil fruits into Doc Q's apples when he goes under that curtain? Much love to you all."
I think that's too much. I can't go behind that. It's
Lucid
too
dreams?
it's too easy. It's too easy.
Wait, so he goes to sleep and he's able to make abilities appear through his apples?
Through Doc Q's
He would
apples.
basically transform the devil fruits themselves into the apples.
Yeah,
See,
that's too much.
The reason why I say that, then what's the point of ability hunting when you could just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have your own supply of things. Yo, get more apples and boom.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Strahd. Saturn got fired for stealing boxes from work. If you don't get that, you're too young. Another 10 from Fuden AMV 636. It says, "What if Imu-sama is the devil itself or one of the gods?"
I don't like it.
I wouldn't care for that.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Jeremy Lawrence. It says, "Random, but I think swords helps aim Haki better." Depends on the user.
Yeah, they utilize your strength.
Yeah.
For sure.
Another 2 from L. Who y'all think facing Garling end of series? Hopefully not.
Not me, Hawk.
That's another swordsman that came to the girl and said, I don't know. Like that, now there's 2. So
Yeah.
we'll find out.
Zoro
Dragon.
fights both.
Maybe.
Dragon. I don't know. I don't care, bro. Another 5 from Marcus Jones. Ayo, do you think Oda was inspired by spiritual pressure in Bleach? Take Aizen destroying all Captain and their Zanbakuto abilities. Hashtag Haki over everything.
I think One Piece came before Bleach.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
And
if
Haki
Conquerors
was
Haki
already-
was utilized.
Shanks.
Well, Shanks, but in the way that Aizen was doing it, where people were like disappearing.
Aizen's was different.
Another 5 from Big B Stay Low. I think Imu was has a healing based devil fruit that gives him a form of immortality and always allows him to heal others. / the Garce.
That's a interesting
Maybe.
one too.
Okay.
Maybe. We got another €2 from Bangkok Lou. It says, "I hope the observation Haki of Usopp is developed to a sort of scanner." Maybe. Let's see. Another 2 from Strahd. I already agree. Garling is Tywin. Tywin Lannister from
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Thank you, Dizzy, for becoming a Nakama.
Thank you.
Another 5 from Franco Cervantes. It says, "Y'all missed a crucial part. Saturn said Emu's name in front of the Vice Admirals. They gonna do their research on who Emu is. I reveal him to the world." I don't think he said that out loud.
No,
did
he did say it. I said
Did he?
it. I said it in the description when I was saying it. One, they just saw what happened to a vice admiral. They ain't doing nothing. They're gonna shut up. He says it. He goes,
Oh, yeah, he does,
He says it out loud.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good if I'm a Vice Admiral.
If you're a vice admiral, you just saw that you're good.
If you do a research after that,
Yeah.
after what Doberman did,
Yeah.
and then that,
It's not happening.
you're wilding.
Not happening.
Another 5 from Julio Acius. Quick theory to add to your theory on the Figarland family. I imagine before the Marines, they were knights, and Figarlands were the best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Another 5, Lord Sneak. It says, who in Street Fighter would have Conquerors Haki? Akuma.
Bison.
I go Ryu.
I'll go Sagat, maybe? You don't think Sagat would have it?
No.
Really?
No.
I'd want to say Chun-Li, but no.
Depends on which movie, yo. There's versions of Chun-Li that definitely got it. There's versions of her that definitely
According
don't.
to what was it? That movie, the Street Fighter animated movie.
Yeah.
Was it Dhalsim's? He was out here getting intimidated by Ryu's Conquerors.
I'll be honest, yo. Another time I'm gonna say this. Someone that should have it but doesn't.
Ken.
It's Ken.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I feel like Ken, I would want him to have it, but I don't think he got it.
Yeah, he wouldn't have it.
Another,
I was like, what about their master?
Go Ken?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see nothing from that dude, but probably, bro.
I think Goken would have it. He's like one of those garp figures that would have it. You know what I'm saying? Like if Akuma has it, Goken has to have it because Goken masters the nothingness of Hadoken, of the Hado. Not the Dark Hado. He does like the nothingness Hado.
Dark Hado all day. Another 20 from Gavin Alexander. It says, hey guys, at work right now, and I still haven't caught up on Spotify. I like seeing your guys' thought processes and seeing how many thoughts have come together throughout the podcast. I'm on the Soga King cosplay episode. Much love. Dang, that's a while ago.
Word.
Enjoy that.
It's sort of embarrassing because like going through all those episodes and then hearing our takes.
It's probably cringe as hell, bro.
Yeah, it must have been cringe at some point.
Another 10 from Kaidon. It says, what's up, guys? Hope you all is well. I think the elders knew what Joy Boy looked like, which is why when Morgan showed Luffy's Gear 5 wanted poster, they were trying to stop it so Emu wouldn't see it. I think that's more to stop the hope from existing in the world about Joy Boy than it is about Emu. Emu can see what they can see, seemingly. Yeah. So, another 5 from Luis Lopez. If each one of y'all was a captain, who are y'all picking as y'all second in command? Among us?
I think they mean the world. Because each of us are captains. So, who's our right-hand man in the One Piece world?
In the One Piece world?
That's such a complicated.
Yeah, that's a good angle.
I'm assuming they can't be a Marine, right?
No. No.
God damn.
Can we go like Prime? Like anyone doesn't matter, but Prime.
Lawrence gonna pick a captain.
Yeah, he's gonna pick Roger or Rox or something
somebody
stupid.
that very clearly wouldn't be a second in command. So make it make sense, bro.
Yeah.
Lawrence would be like Joy Boy.
Yeah.
Those were my thirst thoughts.
I hate you so much,
Those were
bro.
my thirst thoughts.
Stop, bro.
So stupid, bro.
Terrible, bro.
Like, you're a bad writer.
Lawrence would be the best writer until it comes to him and his and what he got to do.
Rayleigh.
I feel like Rayleigh is the right choice.
That's what I thought too. I also thought Ryuma.
I'm going Sanji, bro. Need food,
Just
bro.
go.
Another 5 from Dizzy. Says, appreciate that on Mondays after a long day of slaving on a grill, I get to listen to the best source of One Piece information on YouTube. #LarryLicious.
Oh, thank you.
LarryLicious.
We gotta stop.
That was Dizzy's first super
We're
chat.
not doing that.
Thank you. Another 10 months at Nakama status for Mr. Veg. It says, shout out to all the Nakamas over 40. Is it only me? I don't think so. I'm not calling out people's ages, but I don't think it's only you, bro.
Yeah.
Another 5 from Namskin D. Nika. Best saga in all the sagas is the abridged episode. Vegeta was hilarious.
Yo, he was.
Another 5 from Young Bull Trent. By the way, I want to battle Larry and Seb because I love how they go all out on their opinion, and I feel that Larry and Seb are the best to battle. #Larry's the GOAT. Listen, you gotta see the twins.
It's actually not me and Seb.
You gotta see the twins, bro.
Or it's like when Lawrence loses his crap on Seb, and then they both start going at it. Little do you know, I'm the least of the 3, of the 4.
Another €5 from Rishi M. It says, Emu has some kind of necromancy power and used that to control the elders. That's why when Haki was used, Emu felt it as the origin of the power and killed Saturn. Necromancy is basically rising people from the dead, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, Gecko Moria kind of did it with his shadows.
Yeah. Another 5 from Jonathan Kigozi. It says, who is more likely a werewolf candidate? Blackbeard with his darkness, lineage, nocturnal nature, or Garling? He's an elder and his hair. I would go with
I'm going to say Garling.
Garling. Yeah,
I don't really understand the question, but I get it.
Another 4 months at Nakama Stats from Off-Brand. Apu beats Shanks to him not being able to close his ears. It's just not how it works, bro. It's not how it works. Another 10 from Anthony91. It would be crazy if Shanks ended up pulling a Griffith. Swear Oda thinking about this. I believe that's from Berserk.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. So
that's evil.
Ew. Another 2 from Spencer Jones. It says, Emu just Dave Chappelle for real. Darkness is spreading. Shout out to Spencer Jones. He's part of the Shonen Mafia over there, bro. Another 2 from Marco Claudio. It says, prediction for new bounties on the Straw Hats.
I have no idea.
Low key, I don't think we get any, bro. I'm not even playing.
I have no idea.
Another 5 from Nick Quavo. What up, Nick? It says Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, #movie. Listen, there's not a lot of crossover between fandoms here, bro. Another 14, Canadian from VFS. Happy to catch another stream. Been getting into heavy debates on Del Fruits, Haki, and Shanks. Are we certain that Roger is top 1 all time? Also, what do y'all think Shanks is at? I hope evil. 1, no, I don't hope Shanks is evil.
I hope not.
2, I don't have Roger top 1 all time as far as power. I have that distinction for Joy Boy right now because he has this crazy Haki display and seemingly had the Nika fruit.
Rocks, baby.
You got rocks over Joy Boy? Power-wise?
I got rocks over anybody right now.
All right.
Until more is proven from the others.
I got Joy Boy top 1. All right, another 2 from Young Bull Trent. It says, hey, man, hey, thank you guys for this episode. Always #Dofi, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, free Dofi. Another 2 euros from Rishi M. Emu necromancy has necromancy power. That's how he controls the elders. I think, was it him earlier that said it?
I'm not too sure.
But thank you again.
Thank you.
Another 5 from Anthony Herrera. For Garland, went up to Ethan like, yo, you know Craig? Craig got fired yesterday. Oh, man. But that's all the super chats.
Yeah, that's all the super chats.
Thank you guys for being patient. Like the stream if you haven't already. We did hit 1,000 viewers at one point in here. That was crazy.
Wow, let's go.
But yeah, let's get to...
Going up.
Let's
All
get
right.
to calls, man.
Let's get to calls.
All right.
Remember how you remember how to do the thing?
Yeah, bro.
All right, we're gonna do the calls. You already did it?
Yeah. All right.
Oh wow.
Grunger is first. Let's get it.
Grungy.
And then I gotta join in here. All right, Grunger, you're first up, man. How's it going? He's muted. Grunger going once. Grunger going twice. Grunger about to get dropped, bro.
He didn't get grunge. He didn't grunge hard enough.
Not grunging hard enough, bro.
All right, just put him down.
Yeah, sorry, Grunger.
Sorry.
All right, next up is JnJapan. So let's see what's up. JN, how's it going, man?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Hello.
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
We can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I called a while ago, episode 150. I moved to Japan.
Hey!
Congratulations,
Wow. I'm
man.
never hearing that.
It's a bunch of Japanese
and,
baddies.
Yeah, whoever was saying they ain't thick Asians over here, they must be blind. Also, shout out, I did go to the One Piece gym. It was so much fun and
Nice.
doing curls with the giant meat.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. My view. Actually, though, I had a theory I wanted to share. I kind of took a page out of Larry's book. I got my iPhone right here with the text
Nice.
I want to read, if that's okay.
I love well-researched theories.
Let's go.
All right. Well, here's how it goes. So thanks to chapter 1122, we now have confirmation of Haki being able to be stored in objects. This has people creating theories on how black blades were made and how other possible uses of this will develop in the story. However, I've been surprised that I've not heard more talk about the theory I've made today. Going back, there's only a few things in the story mentioning poneglyphs. We know their use and what they contain, but we don't know the specific details, if you get what I mean. So that leads me to my theory. Crazy as it sounds, I believe the poneglyphs can be destroyed. So how is this possible? For starters, we need to look at where they were made. Wano. Kozuki clan craftsmen made them. In the Wano arc, there was a major problem I had. And no, before Larry starts with more kid slander, which I agree with, I don't want to focus on any of the fights, but rather Luffy imprisoned in the weapon factory. The main problem I have is this is a weapon factory. However, not one weapon was ever shown to be made. Only mining and moving blocks. Well, in true Oda fashion, trying to troll us, of course, I think the weapons that they were trying to tell us were actually poneglyphs. And what better to have a race between Luffy and Kid with poneglyphs on their back. Similar to how Black Blades were made back, or how we theorize how Black Blades are made, I think poneglyphs are made in the same way. But due to the Haki being stored, causes the change in color. Hence the red poneglyphs or road poneglyphs and the blue normal ones. If the red poneglyphs are stored with different Haki or Conquerors Haki, I do think that they are completely indestructible. So therefore my theory is a little bit clickbait, but I do believe that the blue poneglyphs could be destroyed with enough Conquerors Haki or Ryo, since they are just average Haki stored objects. They are completely stored with Haki, making them normally indestructible, so therefore anybody couldn't simply just break them, but I don't think any Conqueror wants to break a poneglyph, so therefore no one has ever been able to. What do y'all think? And I would love to start with Larry.
I like it a lot. I'm going to be honest, I like it a lot. I like it because the aspect of swordsmanship and Black Blades not being able to be broken clearly states that if Black Blades are created through battle-hardened Haki fights, then this would make sense as to why a special race of people on Wano happen to create these stones and they're unbreakable. And guess what? They're known for swordsmanship. So I could see the connection there. And the only time we've ever heard of somebody telling us the history of Black Blades is from somebody from Wano.
Yeah.
So the unbreakable theme of objects, you know, comes from that place. And it could be the origin of it. I honestly, I love it, and I love that you prepared for it because you didn't mess up once. You're a goon, bro. I really like it. I really do like it. I think it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah, It's opened my mind.
I like it too. I like the aspect that he says that the 4 road ones were stored with Conquerors Haki specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to even go further. Maybe that's advanced Conquerors that got them to be red or something.
But
I don't know.
what is advanced Conquerors?
I don't know.
You
But
know?
Either way, it's like I want there to be more than just Conquerors Haki, personally. But I do like that there's some element that makes them different. And that's why they're red. They're probably even more so non-destructible. And proving things that have been lored or said to be true wrong is one of the things I like about One Piece. Like, oh, the poneglyphs are indestructible. Like, eventually that, in my mind, means that one of them things are going to get destroyed in front of us. You know what I mean? But how, we'll see. I do like the Haki aspect, though. Especially if it's like Imu and them have been trying to limit the knowledge of these things, and like apparently even if they were to collect them, they can't destroy them, probably because they have some sort of Haki associated with them. So I like it.
Yeah, I thank you for the your research and everything, and how much time and energy you put into it, and sharing it with us is awesome. My only thought though is like, because I think you did a good job and it's a good theory. The only thought is that because I love the idea of prolonging things and storing things, making it stronger by adding conquerors to it. Like, you know, even other things. I even feel like for like even swords in general, the person's will goes on to it. Because how do you make like the different blade, a supreme blade and lower, right? Something has to do with in the making process. Haki would be a good deal of it, of how you shaping a sword or anything, right? The only thing is that my thought is going against is what we got from Mihawk when he said forged blade swords, do not break, right? But he also mentioned that any nick, scrape, or cut on the blade itself is a knock on the swordsman. But then he ties that to how forged black blades don't break, right? So kind of saying that a forged black blade won't even get a nick, a scratch, or any mark on it because they remain solid. And then we saw that when after Zoro cut Pika, right? His blades, yes, of course, weren't forged black, but he Haki hardened them, right? But then after he cut Pika, he looks at his blade and examines it, and then also makes the comment, no nick, no scratch or whatever. Because you also know that tied into Zoro beforehand, before he met Mihawk, right? Mihawk kind of knocked Zoro for saying he was a rugged and sluggish or unskilled swordsman, right? And how Zoro's swords would always break. He would always get chips and marks on them, right? Except for one sword, the white sword. I forgot the name of it.
Wado,
it was the only one. But all these other swords would break. Then he starts getting into higher grade swords and everything. But we also the other one got rusted or whatever, right? But it's saying that swords can get nicked on them, but then you forge them black, right? So the reason I bring that up is because the red poneglyph with Conquerors, Haki, and then supposed to be forged poneglyphs, the writings on it in a way is like you nicking the stone, you know? You're carving into it. That's my only thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The thing that I guess how the process went in my head, kind of like how a sword's made, you craft a sword and then make it black. This is why I said Luffy and Law were carrying it. They had the stones on their back in an Oda Troll. And I feel like they had the blocks made, carved the messages, and then infused their Haki. Just like you make a sword and then infuse it to make it black.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right,
that's
all right.
that's what I thought he said too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, I missed that point.
That's what you get for not paying attention.
I was though. I'm stupid. I don't know.
Anything, Lionel, or are you just gonna sit back?
Damn, why you calling him out, bro? No, it was a good theory. I liked it. And then also again, it makes sense. Like the most important poneglyphs are the Conquerors ones, which leads to Raft Tail. So like, if all the ones you want to keep, like, you know, savage and not be destroyed, because it has a very important meaning in the message that you want the world to know or to go to Raft Tail, you want to make it to the strongest durability possible, so it won't be destroyed. So that's again, that makes sense to me if this theory is true. So I like it as well.
Listen, man, thank you so much for that, bro. I really appreciated that.
Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully I can start making more and give Broker a run for his money.
Hey, man,
man,
that's some deep confidence.
You in Japan, bro. You can knock on Oda door.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm just taking notes and everything.
Maybe.
Yo, and get you a
Much love,
get you a
y'all. Thank
baddie
you.
out there, bro.
Yo, he might be married, bro. You don't know.
Cheat, bro.
Wow.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
not
that.
encourage
Don't
that.
cheat, bro.
Savage.
Don't cheat, bro.
They got Plan Bs in Japan.
They got Plan J's.
They got much more than Plan B. They got a lot of stuff here.
All right, we'll let you go.
Have a nice
Appreciate
night,
you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
you
staying up.
Gaijin. All right. So Grunger said he's back. Should I try him again?
Yeah, try it again.
All right. Let me try Grunger again.
Grungy.
Grunger, you better be there, bro.
Grungy.
You better be there, bro.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's up?
Hello, guys. I'm happy to be able to talk to you guys. First off, much love to all of you for the best One Piece podcast of the time. Right?
Hold on.
I actually have one main
Grunger.
question.
Grunger.
Yeah, I have one main question mainly.
Grunger.
Okay, now that what happened to Saturn
Can you hear
happened,
me? Grunger, can you hear me?
Can you hear us? Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yo, is your finger on the speaker?
No, it's not. Are you guys having trouble hearing me?
A little bit.
It was a little muffled. Yeah.
Ah.
I can hear you a little bit better now.
Awesome. First off, shout out to the best One Piece podcast of all time.
Oh, thank
Shout
you.
out to y'all.
Thank
Y'all
you.
can hear this? Okay. I have one main question because right now I'm having a problem with a signal, so I'll just get the question out of the way. Now that Saturn has been, what happened to him, is that going to ruin Blackbeard's plans since Katarina touched him to get his, his
Yo, that was the
strength?
thing I forgot to mention. I had it in my notes. I forgot to mention it.
Yeah,
Oh my
I forgot
God.
to mention that too.
I forgot.
So how is that going to work? Are they going to be like, oh, look, Saturn shows up to a meeting. Hey, guys, what's up? And they're all like, okay. But yeah, that's the main thing. I want to know what you guys think about what's going to happen there. And one shout out I want to give is, have you heard of a YouTuber named Melon?
Yes, she does great analysis. I don't know if you guys have seen her stuff.
Yes.
Melon T, yeah.
Shout out to everyone in this podcast to listen to her videos. They're some of the best analytical One Piece. They got me to watch the One Piece show so different. I mean, and she also changed my mind on the baby back fight. I'm sorry, one of my favorite arcs. Legit, really fun. We just don't care about, world ending and all that. Just have a little fun. But yeah, that's mainly what I want to say. Shout out to you guys. I'm actually currently at work with the overtime and all that. So thank you for taking my call, okay?
Nah, thank you,
thank
man.
you.
Enjoy the rest of your work and be safe, bro.
All right. Love to everyone. One piece forever.
Have a good one, man.
Take care, man. Thanks for calling.
That's a
He
good
left himself. Oh.
Yeah. Spencer Jones with the $2 says, "Did Meet get caught on Lelouchia? Where he at, law?"
Oh man, yo, I really forgot about the. I had it in my notes.
Yeah,
I forgot to talk
I
about it.
literally forgot about it too.
I'll be quick. I don't think it actually ruins the plan. Even if it does, I still think it can happen. The Gorosei would be like, "Yo, how the hell are you alive?" And then it could fumble from there. I think the hijinks from that could be great.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Next up is Monkey D. Manny.
Mosh Mosh.
Monkey, you there?
Did he leave on his own accord?
I don't know. He said he felt played earlier. Let me try him again. Monkey, you there? Ah.
All right, try one more time. Monkey Monk.
Mosh.
Mosh.
Monkey.
You gotta, yeah, it's over. He unmuted. Try it again. One more time.
Listen,
Fourth
if I
time
gotta
is the
drop
charm.
you a fourth time, bro. I heard him though for a second.
Yeah,
did hear him.
try it one more
my
time.
God.
One more time. We can't do that.
Yo.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. I don't know what's going on, but we got you. Give us your question, man. We got a time crunch. Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. Rapid fire. Go ahead with your question. I don't think you hear
Hello?
us.
Y'all hear me?
Oh.
Yo?
All
right, next person, bro.
Sorry, Monkey.
My bad, Monkey. You just not doing it, bro.
right. Illusion. You next up. Illusion. How's it going, man? Rapid fire. We gotta wrap it for quickly.
Yeah. Oh, shoot, my fault. First, I just wanted to say, I love y'all boys. I've been listening to y'all podcast since about, I think, 40K subscribers now. Like, just seeing y'all get to 100K is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to see. I mean, I've been here for that long. I'm gonna be here for when y'all hit 1 million.
Thank you, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Y'all gonna make it, bro. Trust me. Come on, stop playing.
Thank you, Illusion.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
so
dog.
much.
I mean, I guess I ain't really have that much of a question. I mean, I guess the only thing is with Saint Saturn passing on Egghead, do you think it's going to get out to the rest of the world, or are they going to try to cover it up?
That's a
and if
good
it does
question.
get out, are they going to try to blame Luffy for it?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
So I don't think.
I feel like they would cover it up.
I think they cover it up. Yeah. So that would mean all the Vice Admirals gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
They saw Saturn pass, so you'd be taking the risk that they said something. Like you got to take all of them out.
I feel like every time this comes back up, what I said I would do is more right. Just take out the dude, bro.
Oh man.
Honestly.
That way, Emu seeing whatever he's seeing through Saturn is gonna know that I'm with the ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was gonna say the two thing I see is either gonna cover it completely because that's crazy, or if you want to paint like the Joy Boy or as the big bad, you would put him as he's the one that took out Saturn. That's something I say. You cover it up or you blame them. But you blame Joy Boy or the Straw Hats in this case.
I think they covered it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they covered it up.
I'm trying to think.
Because I'm about to say, if they didn't cover it up, Luffy's bounty would have to be like crazy.
Yeah.
Like to unalive a Gorosei member, like his bounty would have to be the highest
Ever.
Yeah.
Even Roger didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yo, low key, finding the One Piece is probably less of like,
You're crazy.
yo, I just took out a Gorosei member, bro. You could go find the
Put
One
it
Piece.
this way, bro. The One Piece has been found. Nobody's ever clipped a Gorosei member to our
exactly.
But we know people could do it. Like, we know people are strong.
But they ain't do it.
You can say Jobo didn't do it. He's the strongest hockey user.
A lot of people could punch Celestial Dragons. It took Luffy to do it, though.
Did they even raise Luffy's bounty for doing that?
Technically, yes, but it was
After
more
Sabaody?
of a...
Yes, after Sabaody.
Yeah, because when he came back, his bounty was 400 million.
Yeah, but that was a lot of it because he came to, Marineford War. He broke the depot down. And
He
then,
showed Conquerors. There was a lot.
Emperor
A lot went into that. I'm just saying. Gorosei is crazy, bro.
Yeah, Gorosei member is absolutely crazy.
We talking about dudes that have been alive
The reason
for
why,
800
is like,
years.
with that picture-wise, right? Viewing him as this way, not for people to, like, I'm not because obviously Luffy didn't do it and you can't really blame him. But in a way, the fact that Luffy's picture now is Nico form, right? To make it seem like this is a bad person, have him like this person is a monster.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a bug. I think we should think of it as like the world is in chaos right now. The government is literally having countries revolt against them. And they're in a time where Vegapunk just sent out a broadcast that the world is flooding. I would say the government has the least amount of control it's ever had. Yeah. So if they put out that Saturn was taken out by a pirate, this is going to show not only you should not have faith in us,
we weak,
but we weak as hell. So I think this gets covered up 1,000%.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, but
that might be
all it takes.
My fault. That might be how they strike the deal with Blackbeard, yo. We need to look like Saturn's still alive.
Nah.
That's wild.
Nah.
Hey, man.
That's dumb, bro.
Listen, man.
So you're saying that Blackbeard just automatically gets Celestial Dragon status and also has Katarina Devon 24/7 playing a guy? That should not matter. She on payroll when he needed.
Seriously.
He
That's
needed.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Hey,
That's
man.
not happening, bro.
Hey,
That's too much. That was a good question, though.
It was.
No, it was.
Because I forgot about it.
Yo, I did too.
There was so much in his chapter.
I had it in my
There was
notes,
so
too.
much in his chapter to talk about.
I had it in my
Like,
notes,
it's so good that we actually sent the 30 this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been talking about this.
Yeah.
But Illusion, we appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you a long time, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
man.
Yeah, man. Look, I've been trying to call in for a minute.
Yo,
but, the old way
Illusion.
of calling in was too confusing.
Tell the
What's
folks in that chat that the earlier you get in there, don't help you none getting into the call itself. All right? I don't want y'all wasting your time.
Last week. I found that out last
It
week.
don't help. It is a giveaway that I put up for like 45 seconds. Y'all gotta see when it pings, get closer to the call time, and enter the giveaway. Y'all be missing the giveaway. Diamond, I'm looking at you, bro. Sorry.
Yeah,
Alright.
I sniped that thing this week. I ain't gonna lie. Last week we were all in here talking, just talking about like different little theories and stuff. I think everybody missed it except for like 5 people.
The thing is, I can't.
But I was like, yeah, I'm getting it this week.
There's no way for me to add all of y'all specifically in that call log. I would have to be adding everybody in the Discord. I'm not trying to do all that. So, just be on alert. But I gotta let you go, bro. We gotta close out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
for
Illusion.
calling.
All right, see y'all boys.
All right, see you later, bro.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, great chapter, great vibes, great theories. This is probably one of the most recent fun episodes that I think I've had in a couple episodes. I mean, we always have fun, but like this one was like we were just spitting out things that like had my mind reeling the whole time. I felt like an hour and a half passed by and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, actually, this one went pretty fast.
Yeah. So,
Just making sure I am missing any super chats.
yeah, but guys, listen, thank you for all the super chats that you have sent out. Please like the video if you haven't, but thank you for liking the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the Spotify and Apple Podcast listeners. Thank you for everybody that's at work, or just, listening to us. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough, honestly.
Yeah,
so
we had 1,000 viewers in here at one point.
Yeah,
we had a big support group today. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be here next week. We'll try to review. Hopefully the chapter isn't crazy to the point where it's like Yeah.
Hope it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not on break after that.
Yeah, I'm surprised
word.
it's not on break either.
There was something crazy is gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When does Oda do like a week chapter then a break?
No. But listen, guys, much love. Take care of yourselves. Drink water, eat great, work out, and meditate. But we'll see you here next week at 6. And tomorrow on Tuesday, tomorrow is Tuesday, but tomorrow me and Seb are going to be on the Let 'Em Cook podcast. So make sure you stop by. I'll send out the alert. But other than that, my name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Sam.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Jana!